Hello, my green skins. And set phasers to kill. We are doing another Space Geeks here. We are going to have some fun today. We're going to have some fun. And speaking about people who, need to have more fun. Well, wait, maybe less fun. Gretchen Thunberg was starting it off fucking strong. So
How dare you?
Yeah, apparently she's starting strong with her mentality of a very fun thing. Now she's like, hey guys, Cuba deserves oil. Bring oil to Cuba. You know the person who worked for Just Stop Oil? That person literally is now, hey, we got oil. Bring oil to Cuba.
These people have no standards.
Maybe she should get some ink from Squidward.
Look. My theory.
Wait, Nico, what the fuck?
I love that. I love that. But I don't like that idea because we don't like her He-Man haircut. I have said it once. I'll say it again. I'll say it a third time. Her parents fundamentally turned her into a fucking propaganda piece for political bullshit. That's what it is. And now she's just being what she is. I guarantee you, there's money involved every time she opens up her fucking trap. I can't believe this. Well, maybe she should go to Cuba. I think what Gretchen Thunberg should do. She should go to Cuba, and I want her to go to Cuba and bring a lot of money, oil, and cocana with her. Because you know what? Maybe that will fix the problem. Gretchen, get your fake boat and bring fake oil to the thing. And hope and America, do me a solid. I know she's gonna get kidnapped. Just let it happen. Let the Cubans cook. Let them
cook.
I have a better idea. She should bring some squid oil because squids naturally produce oil.
Nico, stop with the squids.
Stop with the squids. Shut up.
So you mentioned how she had like the He-Man haircut. Is like instead of the Masters of the Universe, what is this? Masters of Protesting?
No. Buddy eats some calamari once, and now he can't shut the fuck up.
Wait, you're telling me this is the first time this man had squid?
I've had squid. Yeah, calamari's not bad. It's what's
not
good
bad. Very rubbery, but it's really good in like the breaded form. Whenever you have marinara sauce, really good like that. I love it.
No, the buddy of mine made squid balls, like the actual Japanese squid balls, one day. That was shockingly good. A little sweet on the powder for when he made it, but was really good. Anyway.
Little takoyaki.
Yes, takoyaki. That's what it was. But let him cook. We okay. If she does it, let him cook. Please, just let him cook. I'm done with this bitch. I'm fed up. Before I was like no. Now I'm just like let him cook. Wait. She wants to take another trip to Israel. She wants to take another trip to drop her ships. Please let her do it. I guarantee you, if they set up another ship, let her go for it. Just let her cook. Let him cook. Just let her go.
Mm-hmm.
Unidentified vessel. What are your intentions?
No. Just they're gonna know where she's going. Let her park. The only reason they didn't let her happen is because we know what would happen. There would have been such an outcry. But just let him cook this time.
Yeah, but what if they capture another El Presidente and then they're confused because she's literally just randomly held by not even the people, by a random person that literally just wanders upon her. That's literally there.
I'm waiting for her to do something really stupid. I'm kind of the hope now that Darwin takes effect. At this point, like the Darwin Awards are coming. I'm just hoping that she does something really stupid to the wrong thing. Like I said, if America because I know America's not going to do anything, they'll send her back. If she does any more of these, because these shenanigans, she gets like a. I'm like, I want some. Next time she does something really stupid, pull a Korea, put her in a work camp for 3 fucking years, with next to Johnny Somali.
We could put her in super prison down in Ecuador.
Oh god, that would be the most evilest thing on the planet. A spawn between Johnny Somali and Gretchen Thunberg. Oh my lord. That would be the second. That would be the second Antichrist. I think we're already. I think we already had the first Antichrist. The second Antichrist would be born at that point.
Yeah. To
I'm
be
not
honest with
saying-
you, I think that the name of the name they would take for both of them is the Threnberg name, since it has a lot of traction, and Giant Somali would want it for grifting.
Well, that's not as.
But we need to get the gulag that Bane crawled out of. You know, a fucking hole in the ground.
There's a mutation that you don't want them to.
No, I'm saying it's like it's the hole in the ground where they put Bane. Just throw all the problematic individuals down there. Let them sort it out.
Yep, in the pit.
In the pit with you.
In the pit. Speaking about people that deserve to be in the pit, Starbucks coffee. Yeah, we're going hard tonight. We're going hard tonight.
Starbucks coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're talking about. I sent you the video. I don't know. I didn't get. He never gave me permission to run it, but I would have run the video that he had done on Don't Walk Run on the whole Starbucks coffee thing that just happened. So Starbucks coffee, they have a union with them, a very special union, a super secret awesome union. They literally decided that they want to bring special effects to Starbucks coffee. Like Starbucks coffee can no longer have
effects.
Special effects like
what? Fucking laxatives?
No, you're gonna love it when you go. Well, that's Starbucks coffee already. You get it. You can get that, and you can get that.
Why do you think I said it?
Yeah. To be fair, Taco Bell could technically get none of that business.
So here's what they did with the Starbucks coffee. All right. Oh, hello, DJ. Special effects like
that's Aris.
Oh, Aris. I thought DJ. Well, that's Starbucks coffee already. You get it. You can get that.
Why do you think I said it? Yeah. To be fair, Taco Bell could technically get none of
Aris. Got shit in the background.
That's what they did with the Starbucks coffee. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Aris. Okay, so Starbucks. Aris, turn off the chat. Coffee already. You get it. Turn off the video, Aris. He's got to turn that video down because he's got us echoing in the background. Okay, there we go. Okay, so back to what we were doing here. Okay, so here's what's happened. This union has decided. Now I'm going to tell a bunch of stories. This is going to be one of those long ones, boys. I apologize. So Starbucks coffee are basically this union wants a bunch of things. They want healthcare in a way that super exceeds normal healthcare. They want $30. They want $30 an hour. They want people to be able to pick their own times off.
Oh, that right there.
Yeah,
go on.
I'm not done yet.
Keep going.
Shut up. Let me go. Okay, so $30 an hour raise. They want you have to be able to wear what you want to wear. You can't wear their normal. You can't wear their normal uniform. You can't wear black on green. You have to have like certain individuals want this. Certain individuals want special conditions for certain things. When I say medical things, we kind of know where we're going here. I'm not going to say it on YouTube. We don't want to get in trouble. And this is just
now you're saying the workers, like the people behind the register.
Yeah. They want to make it so that all Starbucks places can have special bathrooms prepared. If you get what I'm saying. The list goes on and on and on and on.
If this is going the way I think it's going, are they even going to have at least the aprons? You know, the green aprons and the visors? Because you said wear the fuck you please. Oh my god. I could walk into a Starbucks if these rules were implemented. I could walk into a Starbucks with a name tag that says Bob, jump over the counter and pretend I work there.
It's gotten stupid. So anyway, they started protesting.
By the way, I don't suggest anybody do that, but I'm just saying somebody could. But don't do that.
Now you're talking to a motherfucker. Like, I was hoping we'd get Starfleet here to talk about unions, because Starfleet dealt with unions in a big way. Unions are one of the greatest double-edged swords on the planet. Unions you pay into, unions you do all this extra stuff with. If you just have some random union heads show up and say, we're going to have a union, go fuck yourself. Like, we'll help you make your union stuff, and we're going to give you magic. They're a scam. And this is the thing. I honestly believe this union that Starbucks Coffee has is a scam. Basically what happened is 30 days went by and they went back to work because they had no other choice but to go back to work because they couldn't afford it anymore. And the union was only $7 an hour for their fucking strike. So they went from the $15 to $20 that they usually, like, they get about 15 something for their job. And this all of a sudden dropped back down to $7 an hour, which is minimum wage. And they're like, holy fuck, we can't live off this. The fact that Starbucks was giving you $15 an hour is amazing. Like, I think some of them got $17 to $20 an hour, which that's insanely for a coffee job, for working at a Starbucks. Like, I mean, for restaurants, that's pretty good. I think that's actually higher than most places.
Minimum wage.
Like, what's the minimum? Bob, yeah, Bob, check the minimum wage.
It depends on state to state. Mm-hmm. I know that because it's all based on economy of each state, and sometimes it's per city. But when I was younger, when I was looking around for a job, because when you get to that age where you kind of got to get a job.
Yep.
Yeah. The minimum wage was actually boosted from.
Bob, can I be perfectly honest with you? I actually don't know that feeling. I'm from the generation where you walk up to a construction site and go, "Hey, you guys need a hand," and then at the end of the day, if you did a good enough job, they'll hire you.
Yeah, I understand, Boomer. I completely get it. I wish I had that luxury. That'd be fucking nice, now wouldn't it?
Yeah,
stop rubbing it in.
I was making a higher wage than most people for at least fucking 2 years.
Yeah. Either way, the minimum wage when I was younger went from $10 to $15, and that's like at McDonald's starting. It could be at retail, and some places do not have to abide exactly at that $15 amount, but if the saying, know your rights, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
If you know what minimum wage is, they won't be able to undersell you. It has to be at least $15. But like I said, that's my area. I don't know what it's like in the other states. I don't know what it's like in other cities. Hell, I don't even live in the old city anymore. I live somewhere else.
You're lucky, dude. When I was working, they basically undersold me every chance they got because they were just running off of it. And like, I would go in alone, and I wouldn't be explaining this stuff. So I would get like $7.25 an hour and $9.75 an hour for jobs.
I still beat you out technically because my janitor job I was making $20 an hour. Okay,
so your average wage for Starbucks coffee is anywhere between $15 to $19. And then your hourly, you're often ranging around $17 to $18. Now in Canada, a barista pays $18, and their locations are offering up to $20 plus for Starbucks. That's Starbucks, and then their regional differences are anywhere roughly from 1864 to, and this is all thing. The max you can get at a Starbucks coffee is $28 an hour. In addition, Starbucks benefits are free coffee, financial support, as mentioned on the Starbucks. We will. You know what? We're going to look at their career thing. I want to actually
financial support.
Yeah.
So loans.
Yeah. So you're looking at hourly wages right now for Starbucks is $17 to $18 an hour, which is actually above the American minimum wage, which is $15. Correct?
Yes. In my area, it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, their highest wages you can get is a store manager, which is $29 to $37 an hour. Which, that's actually
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's look at their. I'm actually on their site. Let's look at their. Do they have a? total pay. Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these wages are pretty that's pretty solid. I'm actually, and the funny thing is, you can actually see where the salaries are submitted. You can actually verify what locations. Now, what benefits do Starbucks? Yeah. I don't want to. Fuck off, Glassdoor. Fuck off, Glassdoor. Okay, sorry. I was at Glassdoor, and Glassdoor decided to be dick.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I hate Glassdoor. I was trying to go to the official average. So those are good pay. That is a good pay amount for Starbucks coffee. So what are the benefits of a Starbucks barista? Here, let's look at the benefits. What benefits does someone serving at Starbucks get? Okay, we'll look right now. We'll look at the benefits of a Starbucks barista. Starbucks benefits. Okay, so I'm looking at perks for the coffee company. Okay, so here's the thing. So we're in Careers Canada now. These aren't the same as you. They should be the sort. So you get free coffee at home to take home. You get a free pound of coffee every week, or a box of tea. Okay. Enjoy 30% off all drinks and food merchandise, which means when you're eating, because most people will eat at the Starbucks, which is a really bad idea. You get
there's already enough sugar in it.
Yeah. You get Partners Network, which gives you the resource groups to bring in employees, share interests, helping. Yeah, fucking who cares? Affiliate discounts. You get discounts to local retails, blah, 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 blah. You get elite programming. You get match gift card. Eligible for nonprofit donations, personal money and time. You receive up to $1,000 a year as a company match. So they do give you some wealth. Let's see what their wealth and health. So you do get a family plan. You do get a mental health care up to $5,000 a year as a Canadian in Starbucks. So that's probably higher in America.
Mental health care.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they'll give you.
No, like legit, honestly.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that word is not nearly as powerful as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I'm saying.
Here's the question, though: what does it cover as mental health care? Is it just therapy, or is it trying to do on top of that this self-care thing where they try to do these little
It's
identity
set up to
shifts?
$5,000 as long as it counts as mental help.
Yeah,
it could be doggy daycare for all I fucking care.
That means like leave time and shit. So they get a lot of benefits. And so let's check out the American ones. The American one, from what I was seeing, was let's look at the American here right now. Let's see, America in USA. So now we're looking at the benefits and perks. We're looking at the benefits and perks for the USA. Medical range, dental, vision, and insurance plans. So you get that right up. These are the programs that Starbucks gives right fucking now. Which, by the way, I've worked at restaurants. They don't give you this. Any motherfucker who's ever worked at a restaurant, you don't get these programmings. And this is before they struck. Mental health resources, 20 therapy sessions a year, and free access to head.
Holy shit! 20?
Yep. 20.
Fuck, I'd be lucky to just get one.
Yep. Bob's military. Paid leave, eligible for welcomes for child and infant. It's up to 20 days. I looked that up. We understand the important times taking, including sick time and bereavement. In other words, you don't feel good. You can take up to, from what's the timeline on this fucker? 2 weeks. You could take 2 weeks off if you have to do that. That's pretty insane. Range of adoption and you could get benefits for family members, financial protection, financial support. Eligible part-time employees earn stock equality. Wow. Starbucks savings match up to $250 generous retirement. They get a retirement plan for being at Starbucks.
Like legit. And this is all before they went on strike. It was like, Motherfucker, you do not know the luxury you had.
After this, I want to know if you can do a quick deep dive on McDonald's after to compare and contrast.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now, again, we don't 100% know how this works. We don't exactly 100% know how like maybe this is different for every Starbucks. But I mean, a 401k generous match. So you get a retirement match. So in other words, they're going to give you a receive out for every payment you pay for that. Just being this is someone working in tools and resources of current future student loan. They'll help you pay your student loan.
I think that's literally basically stuff that's assigned, like stuff that's close to it, as long as you stay loyal to the company.
Yeah, caring unities, parenting
even so, it explains why a lot of college kids go into Starbucks. Makes sense. It adds up.
It really does. 140 degrees chosen, a first time what? Bachelor degree. Yeah. So basically places if you do Starbucks, you can get a part of your student loans paid off by being a Starbucks guy.
What the hell's 140 degrees? Is that on a pie chart?
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one, Bob. Bob, we need to get you into Starbucks. Spouse and family members of military veteran employees are also eligible for this benefit.
Huh. I don't know anybody who still has to pay off student loans in my family.
Student loans do not initially qualify. Students who do not initially qualify to work towards admissions and credit conversion costs are fully covered.
Wait, what?
Students who do not initially qualify can work towards admissions with a credit conversion cost fully covered. In other words, you can use your money to basically verify and help pay off your wow. Okay. Perks. You get free Spotify Premium, 30% off your drinks, free pound of coffee.
Now it's just getting stupid. A Spotify Premium account? What the fuck?
Yes, you get a free Spotify for being
Dude, this doesn't even sound real. This sounds like you're just pulling my leg.
Okay.
I will tell you the site, my friends. This is insane. This is Starbucks.com. And then we'll go to these are the I am looking at the benefits.
I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting flashbacks to when that one chick did like the TikToks about working in Facebook.
I mean, my God, I thought this was. No. Let's see what the wages are. Let's see what your wages are. I got questions. Benefit after. Dress code. They have dude for the dude. I'm thinking of signing up for Starbucks now.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
There's that one guy who was crying in the back room because he had to deal with customers at a Starbucks, and I'm just like, bro, after hearing all these fucking benefits, you don't even have the ability to cry. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Every
I put it in there for you. Or Chief, I put that in there for you so you can see that to compare it.
Like that's insane. Nico, what did you send me?
I put in there the comprehensive benefits for McDonald's employees, so you can compare them with the Starbucks employees' benefits.
Okay, we'll go look at McDonald's now. Okay, boys. We're waiting for DJ if DJ gets here. Okay. Where'd you put it, Nico? Did you send it to me
it's in general.
Okay, good man, because I'm looking at Gobby's pop here. Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, I have no sympathy for this. I have no sympathy for this right now. I have no. Fuck you, anybody who no. I am so mad after. Okay, so medical coverages, Y healthcare, dental vision. Yeah, that's about. Yeah, but these coverages aren't the best. I actually know through people who worked at McDonald's.
Yeah, they'll say dental for about $250. Meanwhile, your fucking bill is going to be anywhere from $5,000 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like even Starbucks, I'm almost guaranteed some of those coverages are about as shady as this is. Premium care on emphasis on preventive measures, meditation, and overall health. So yeah, meditation. Okay, so
there. When I go into work, I'm gonna bring in my tiger's eye obelisk and start talking to it in the bathroom.
resource, professional management, anxiety or mental health concerns. Yeah, you get some extra ones. Wages, fair comprehensive employees, fair wages based on comprehensive work. That basically means if you don't fucking work, you don't fucking get paid. Opportunity wages for increases based on job. So basically, if you work, the same. It looks like the exact same plans that someone would get from. Yeah, it's actually very similar to Starbucks, isn't it, Nico?
Yep. Yeah.
But yet
we don't hear
the McDonald's workers going on strike.
No, but again,
most of them just quit.
They're about the same. The funny thing is, they're about the same. They're about the same wages. And again, the Starbucks guys get way. The Starbucks guys get way more perks.
This is like the restaurant equivalent of the writers' strike that happened.
The funny thing is, the complaint is like, okay, like the bullshit. Like some of their excuses are absolutely hysterical. Like one of my favorite ones is that they're making you pay more for a double shot. Like here's the thing: they tried to get the customers to turn against Starbucks, and the reason they did that same, very similar.
How self-involved do you have to be?
Yeah.
I was like, no, it costs more money for double shot. Yeah, that's double product. Of course, it's going to cost more. What the fuck?
Yeah, they have to. Like, here's the thing: the only difference between Starbucks, there's a good chance you'll spend your entire life being a barista if you let them. At McDonald's, they have to. If I remember correctly, the way this works, they have to. After a couple years, they have to give you full-time job opportunities. They have to give you opportunities all the time, and they have to give you both part-time and full-time and adaptable hours.
Yeah,
paid vacation days, sick leave, holidays.
I've heard cases where for McDonald's it was like one of two ways. It almost looked like higher tenure in the military. Either you get out, like as in like you move on to some other thing, like a different job, or you rank up and you go from like worker to manager. And then from manager to general manager, it's like either you rank up or you change location or you just quit, and they try to get you to quit. That way they can cycle in fresh blood and pay them less.
Yes, that's how they usually do it. It's usually in a corporate like. And again, I'm not saying, dude, restaurant jobs are fucking, unless you're working at a top tier restaurant in like
they're
Los
soul crushing
or something like that. Or LA, that they'll fucking give you these like extra special bonuses and stuff. Sorry about that, guys. I'm freaking bad.
God bless you if you work at Waffle House.
Oh, fucking
you sir are a gladiator. God bless you.
Dude, up here it's Denny's. I
Denny's?
feel sorry, motherfucker. Any motherfucker who works at Denny's, man. I've seen shit. I've seen shit at Denny's with the few Denny's I've been up here in Canada. And that's because Denny's are 24/7, man. Those fuckers will run all the time.
No, yeah, same with Waffle House.
Yeah.
That kind of is like the breakfast joint thing, is like they usually run 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like originally the idea is for like what, truckers and people on the road, they get in, they get a breakfast in, and then they continue their shift or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And then it eventually moved into the homeless and the crackheads moving in because they're coming down from a high.
Yeah. It's like I picture that scene from the animation of the Wizard. The Electric Avenue.
Yeah. My favorite image is the Wizard fighting the lettuce golem.
Yeah, no, yeah, that shit is. There's some reality in that, man. I've seen some fucked up shit. So okay, so. Some of the I don't know if RS, you with us. What's your thoughts on this? I don't know if you've ever worked at any of these places, but give us your intake on the idea of what because Starbucks was getting, like the Starbucks baristas. It looks like we're getting a lot better wages than most other places. And when I was a kid, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't make money. Like I worked part-time in a restaurant. They barely paid me.
I never worked at a call center.
Okay. Oh, well, never work at a call center? Well, call centers are the worst. Okay. You know who suffers the most out of like? Okay, I will take a Starbucks job any day of the week over a call center. Like, I have seen some dude. My mom had call center work, and she could tell you stories of the shit she had to deal with at the call centers, and it was just fucking. like, I've heard stories of fist fights at call centers, but anyway, all right, so Starbucks, like to my knowledge, I'm sort of turned on this because I saw the benefits they get, and that really kind of set me off. Because again, I'm an odd job worker. You know how many times I get a phone call of, "Hey, we don't need you after all. Go fuck yourself," and then I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that was $60 down the drain." And not only that, $60 plus the $2 trip and carrying all my tools as I go over to your fucking house. Go fuck yourself. These are things that have happened to me on more than one
I'll be
occasion.
honest with you, Chief. I'm of the opinion if you set up an appointment, there is no canceling.
Well,
in the case of a guy has to come over to your place, it's one thing if you can't make it, like you're the one on the move, but you cannot cancel when something else is on the move. You know?
Well, I appreciate that. But the problem is at that point, they don't give a fuck, and they usually just send you. They're like, okay. My favorite was, I got my grandson to do it. Slam the door right in my face. I'm like, oh well, okay. If this person ever calls me again, they're gonna get your grandson to do it.
Damn.
My response. That will be my angry response to Granny.
Go get that fucking gnome to fix it.
Yeah, go get your kid to fix it. Bye. Click. And it's just like, because I've had that happen to me. So as an odd job worker and as a guy who's been on I've been on programs like assistance and shit. I'm like, dude, life sucks when you're on assistance. It really does in some ways. You know what? In some ways, it's great. You get, like my friend put it, you either have two things in life. You either have all the money in the world and you can't use it or spend it on anything because you're fucked. And you got to go back to doing other stuff to get more money to keep that money that you have now, or vice versa. You're never in between when it comes to life. Sometimes.
Chief, I gotta ask, have you ever had the pizza guy situation in your odd job work?
No.
Oh no, I can't pay for the pizza. Oh no, you know what I mean?
No, and most of the people I deal with are elderly, so I wouldn't accept that pizza. Let's just put it that
way. Yeah, no seafood for the chief.
No seafood. Well, I'm allergic to seafood. Let's just put it that way. Oh. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Damn. Oh man.
Anyway, so back to this. Okay, so here's the thing. So this is the thing about this. If you look at their programming, Starbucks seems to get the same thing McDonald's does, maybe a little better, because apparently their programming is way better.
That's why I had you do the analysis, because that's kind of funny.
No, apparently, like I said, I've talked to people at McDonald's. I have a friend of mine who's a manager at McDonald's right now because he just kept doing the job and like he's getting paid decent enough money to live. So why would he care? He doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have a wife or a girlfriend, and his parents left him the house. So he's kind of in that situation where he's like, I don't give a fuck.
As long as he keeps on moving up the chain, he's gonna get better and better benefits.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't care. He could be a store manager for the rest of his life. He doesn't give a fuck. Like literally, everything's paid for as long as nothing really bad happens. He really is okay. Like unless they set fire to his house, then he has to look for another job.
Yeah, that's true. Or McDonald's.
Yeah, or the McDonald's burnt down. So the Starbucks guys, this union shows up and tells them, hey, you guys need more special benefits, like extra bathrooms that are specially coordinated for this, extra that, extra this. I'm like, okay, all right, you know what? I get it, but like, no, you don't. And here's the secret truth of Starbucks. I'm gonna whisper it. I'm gonna get really close to there and tell you guys about the whispering. Okay, we don't need Starbucks stores anymore. We don't need those. We're at a point now. No,
I'm immune to propaganda. I'm immune to propaganda. I'm immune to propaganda.
No. The truth is, why do we need Starbucks? Like, why do we need Starbucks coffee shops anymore?
Chief doing the sultry mind control voice, but he is right.
But here's the part that makes it crazy too. You could see the same kind of bullshit with Safeway when they changed over from Albertsons. They had to have the TVs everywhere that were just on the one like static channel that didn't change. And then they had to have a special couch. They had to have a special dining cafe. They need to have a special golf cart to drive people from their cars to the front of the building, which is not even that far. Probably about like 12 feet or 24 feet at most to walk.
Yeah, but
go from the
Chief, I can tell you why we need Starbucks.
All those personal perks is stupid.
It is stupid. It is stupid. But
raise the price.
Go on, Chief. I gotta tell you, the reason we need Starbucks is where else are all the cookie cutter white bitches gonna go?
They're gonna go to Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble, Books a Million. They can go there.
Barnes and Noble has a coffee shop?
It has a cafe inside. Yeah.
What?
Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, a volcano because we need to get rid of them.
I shit you not. When I had my stint in San Diego, there was a line of these blonde white chicks. They all looked like they were part of the same set of a movie, like they were stunt doubles. All of them. Yep. It was like cookie cutter of the same copy and paste woman all the way down the line. And I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, so back to what they're pushing on that's the reason that Starbucks is taking advantage of the customer. Extra it costs extra to put more syrup in your coffee.
It costs extra for more thing.
Yeah,
wow,
okay.
What a concept.
Here's the thing. If you actually look at what a Starbucks coffee like all this half craft, bubble plaff, and your ass, with broken glass bullshit.
Oh, do you want it in grande or whatever the fuck the other sizes are? Yeah. It's like, why can't you call it small, medium, large? Why does it gotta be like grande and shit?
You want your coffee in the chalupa?
Okay, so here's the thing about that. Okay. When you're adding all these extra fucking flavors to a coffee, you're basically not making a coffee at that point. You're making candy.
That is true. Have you guys ever had their peppermint mocha? I tried it once because I wanted a foo-foo drink.
Oh, I got sick.
I thought I was going to have a fucking heart attack because there's a lot of sugar in that shit.
Okay,
they make malts too.
It was like fucking ice cream.
I got a fun story about Starbucks, a real fun story. So here's what happened with Starbucks. And I had a laugh about this shit. So Starbucks, I go to Starbucks and I drank their coffee I had 2 of their coffees. I felt high off the sugar. Like it was that bad. Like I felt sick. So next time we went to a Starbucks, I was going to go to Starbucks and play D&D with guys, and the guys there, I literally snuck in my own coffee and poured it into a Starbucks.
That's still not good because the Starbucks cup itself is made of has bad plastics in it. In the design.
No, they had the paper cups here. So I poured my Starbucks in there. I poured that in there and just did a quick mix and just like, okay, then we're so basically I walked up and went, hi, yeah, just a regular coffee today. So I had a regular coffee, poured out their regular
coffee. Back in the day when Tim Hortons was still good and not trying to put onion soup water in it.
Now they're making curry coffees. So you just think it's your curry.
They're trying to be Starbucks, but add a twist on it.
No. You know what? Curry. Okay, dude. If you put a couple chili flakes in the coffee, it's not that bad. But anyway, it doesn't matter. One way or another, what happened here was like so all that extra sugar and shit that you put in your coffee. No wonder we have an epidemic of diabetics. Like people go get coffee all the time. I mean, you're paying a stupid amount of money for a freaking Starbucks coffee. Like you turn what can be right now. I'm gonna go drink coffee right now, boys. I'm gonna go get my double calf little cream, half laugh coffee. But no, the fact is, you can make coffee at home. I can buy Starbucks blend, which I actually do have some, because I have all coffee. I can put my own ingredients in, which will cost me way less than the actual coffee. Like if I wanted a little matcha in here, well, I have matcha up here. I have a little powder of matcha. We can pour
Are you saying you
matcha.
have a Megazord of all coffees, all like built up into a giant mech?
Yeah, you could. Well, I actually I
Coffee
have.
Megazord.
Okay, boys, no kidding. I have made coffee where I have actually mixed all three coffees I had. I threw for example, this coffee we're having now has 1 teaspoon of Colombian, 1 teaspoon of hazelnut, and 1 teaspoon of maple. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That's a multicultural drink.
Yeah, there's a multicultural drink. We'll call it the multicultural. I just made a Starbucks coffee, boys, and it's still going to have less sugar than the goddamn fucking coffee they get. But anyway, you guys keep stopping me, and we keep going on tangents. Let's get brass tacks. So
down to brass tacks, yeah.
Yeah. First thing they're blaming on Starbucks. Your coffee costs more. No, your coffee costs more because you goddamn fucking putting more fucking shit in there. Do you know actually?
It's no longer coffee. It's shit with coffee.
No, here's the great thing about it. Here's the funny laugh out loud thing about the coffee, that coffee shit. When you do that, do you know they get extra money for that? The more weirder your drink is, apparently they get extra cash for this. Now I don't know if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone wanna?
Was this like gratuity on it?
Yeah, mixing in the Skittles, some Reese's, a little bit of coconut.
I wish you were lying. I have seen that shit.
Probably, but they no, Nico. I'm talking about just like
it was M&M's though.
Yeah,
but adding all that extra flavor to it, like they actually want you to do that because they make a couple extra bucks doing that. They
2 little squirts of the peppermint flavor.
Yeah. 25 cents each.
They're
like 85 cents each. Yeah.
I used to back in the day when I wanted to have when I used to have like coffee at the local the coffee shop at the university when we were doing D&D. I would add a little bit of vanilla syrup into mine. That's it. That's the only thing I did. A little bit of vanilla syrup and a little and a shot of cream. That's it. Really good, actually. But these guys, they get paid extra for doing that. Apparently, from what I was talking to someone who worked at Starbucks, they get paid a little extra. The more stupid the drink is, the better it is for a Starbucks guy. They get, for dealing with Karens, they get paid a little extra. It's not much, but they get paid a little extra.
There's only one thing. Okay.
Next, you can't stay at Starbucks. They're going to be pushing the whole. You can't sit there at Starbucks unless you buy something at Starbucks. Go ahead, Bob. Go off on that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that one is just logical. All right, no restaurant's going to let you loiter.
Yeah, like
you have to at least buy something. All right, come on now. But I was going to say, sometimes you can find a diamond in the rough, and the barista, whenever they have the apron on, and you actually can tell the breast size they have. Nice. That's the only reason I would ever go into a Starbucks is for her. For her.
Brass tacks, Bob, we don't care.
That is brass tacks. That is important. That is a selling point.
Bob's thinking about a boy and his dog. We haven't even got to the review yet. Wait.
No, Chief, I'm not thinking about your childhood.
Shut up. Okay, so next on the docket, no more you can order water at Starbucks and still be considered a Starbucks person there. Like I'm in agreement with this.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, like you're not a customer anymore. You can't just sit there and use the bathroom for 24 hours. We did D&D at Tim Hortons, and I've done D&D at Walmart and other places. Do you know what we would do?
At Walmart?
Well, yes, we actually went to the Walmart. We went to the Walmart.
Where'd you go? Fucking Home and Garden and use the patio furniture?
To be fair, that could work.
Dumb.
That could. That could. Think about that is the most Florida thing I've ever thought of. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you not hear me say we went to the coffee shop in the Walmart?
No, because Walmart has a coffee shop. I've never heard of such a concept.
Some Walmarts have had coffee shops. I've
seen Subways.
Subways, pizza shops, Little Caesars and some. There's Domino's.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've never seen a coffee shop though. That might be a Canadian thing.
This place had a Timmy's because it was part of a big chain. It was part of a restaurant area.
There you go. Yep, it's a Canadian thing. Is Timmy's.
Yeah. Target has Starbucks as well.
Yeah. They had a whole fucking section there, and we went there and ran D&D there once. I remember it was this was when I was living in a. Well, I wasn't really living. I was visiting someone's house. Can't really say living. I was only there for a week. Well, technically, I was living at the guy's place.
It was on the walls, under the floorboards, smelling the dice.
Yeah, so I heard. I sent it to Dungeons and Dragons, so I was at a DM on call. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we did that. We went to Timmy's all the time. Like we used to run D&D in the back of a Tim Hortons. Guess what? We would have $20 with us, and we'd be paying for coffee for the entire day. One of us would walk up and go, "Hey, coffee, a set of six double, and a fucking set of donuts, or fucking for supper we would eat that. That restaurant would make at least $60 off us by us sitting there, chilling out. Like everyone would bring $20, and you'd go do that. We did it at Robin's.
Because they actually built it for that. To have Tony be there to rent
the
it.
Burger place?
No, Robin's Donuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we did this. We ran D&D. I ran D&D at a pizza place late at night when places were closed. The stores would close, and one of the guys who was working there had us we played the D&D game in the main area. They just basically left the oven on for an extra hour, made us a pizza. we ate at the pizza place. We had good food every time.
Things you can get away with back in the day. Because things are nice.
Yeah, it depends on the people, though. You can still do it, but you just find the people that would actually be allowing it that are in
dude, nowadays you can't have anything. All right.
Well, back in the day, this was 2017. You could probably get away with this now if you knew the restaurant.
Yeah, you got to know the mom and pop shops. You don't go to the ones that are big chains because they won't do it.
Yeah, I think the chief got his timetables wrong. It sounds more like 1917, if you ask me.
No. This was. There's some good spots. There's some good spots, man. So anyway, back to this. So that's the one thing. You can't sit there. You can't do 24/7, and you can't use their bathroom unless you buy something.
Understandable.
These are all reasonable things that this union was apparently blaming Starbucks and its commercialization of its mass control of the operating system. And that they don't allow them to be them. So they can't have the dress code. You need a dress code. So you got to follow the dress code. You need to...
Uniforms are basically what brings the entire team
work
together.
If you add extra bullshit to your coffee will cost you a couple extra bucks. And then your last
I said, if you could wear fucking anything, there's no uniform, I still think you're going to find that one loony guy who's able to, forge a name tag. So you got Jimmy over there, and Jimmy's the local crackhead, but he managed to clean himself up, and now he's working at Starbucks, even though he doesn't actually fucking work there. But there's no uniform code, so you can't tell.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's see, they're saying that this blocks their identity. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, but it opens up a lot of loopholes for people to go walk in and poison the food and then do massive harm to a lot of people.
Guys, it has nothing to do. Okay, you guys are looking at it from this Willy Wonka end. Let's look at it from an honest end.
That is honest. Look at the guy that walked into Walmart and sprayed all the fruits and vegetables and the chicken.
Remember, there's a place called Florida.
Yeah, it must have happened every day.
Okay, we understand Florida, but Florida isn't a real place. It's a magical place like Toronto and most of Canada and all of Australia. Anyway,
Chief, you got it backwards. The UK doesn't exist. Come on now. I've never heard of British.
I'm wearing a black shirt now. You can buy their aprons on their local store. I could walk into a Starbucks now, and I'd have the same thing that you have now for the dress code.
Hey, DJ.
Oh, good. I do have sound. Hey, what's up, Chief?
So
what's up there, Bob?
The thing about the dress code is they want you have to have this, and we know why. We all know why certain individuals have a problem with the dress code. Wink, wink, wink. If you get what I'm saying.
You're gonna walk in. There's a guy wearing BDSM gear or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
There are guys with that. There are guys with that stupidity. I could fucking see it. Next on the document is the idea: no free water. So no free water anymore. No coffee thing. Like, this has gone way too long because you guys keep butting in. Let me finish. Then you guys can do your stuff. No free water. No staying there 24/7. If you put extra shit in your coffee, you have to pay for it. Which by the way, the baristas like that because apparently they get paid more. The more bullshit you put in your coffee, the better it is for them. Mandatory dress codes and a $30 starting wage at a fucking Starbucks.
What is there to complain about?
So many
wait,
questions
DJ?
here. Just about the dress code part. Are you saying that wokies are trying to make a dress code for Starbucks and what is the dress code? They're allowed to wear dresses if you're a man? Or
No. DJ, we're trying to stay away from that. We legitimately.
Hold on. Okay, more accurate. What I mean is about modesty.
Squirt bottle.
I mean, what
squirt
I
bottle.
Say, honestly,
DJ, squirt bottle.
Is it about modesty? Is it about modesty? Like no. This is not political. Is the dress code about not showing your skin?
No, shut up, DJ.
There is no uniform whatsoever. Like no apron, no visor.
Oh, they don't want a uniform at all.
Yeah. They don't want the uniform.
They're gonna go the other route. They're gonna show up as a naturist and say clothing optional for Starbucks.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Nico. Just picture the coffee with fucking 50 tattoos. Appreciate that.
I could see Nico.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what's going on. So basically, the whole thing with the Starbucks stuff and the coffee stuff all together, they're trying to say that this is what their demands are. Now, their extra demands were the $30 starting wage is insane. Like, I mean, they already start at a starting wage of $17 an hour, which is actually $2 more than the American minimum wage right now. I think the American minimum wage is $15.19, isn't it?
That's what they're pushing for. It got us to 15 at base for some places.
No, it's it's 15, but I think it's $15.99 or $15.19 or something like that an hour. So they're already getting $2 more than average wages. Now, the average wages for most restaurants, that's actually good for an extra wages. Now, also you get tips.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tips are 50-50 in the air. You never know about those, but
you also get like 20 fucking therapy stays and shit.
Yeah,
fuck, man.
You missed most of this. We went through their plans, DJ. Do you know that they get free premium Spotify, and they also get free? They get a chance of winning $1,000 every month.
Well, I didn't know about the Spotify. $1,000 kind of makes sense because I mean that's like a cattle call. Anybody can get that out of 100 million employees, right?
Mm.
But that's still
but
the
Spotify
one
is kind of funny. Yeah, the free Spotify is kind of funny. I thought that was kind of amusing that we saw that for their benefits. I'm like, wow, that's
the part that makes me want to jump out the window is like all the mental health shit. It's like, look, I never got that shit.
Yeah, they get extra leave hours. You missed the fun. But here's the extra stuff they want. Now, DJ, the scoop bottles up. Okay, thank you. Special bathrooms for those who are specially needed, which technically a lot of Starbucks already have those. So I don't understand the mental logic of this. They have unisex bathrooms at most Starbucks. At least the ones.
And they also have.
No, Walker made a mistake. He said logic, like as if there's logic. Go on.
No, I get you. But yeah, they even have like wheelchair access toilets and shit. Like they'll have the bars there to where they can
Every
get on the bowl.
Yeah, every Starbucks I've been to, even the one in America, I was other than the one time I got violently sick at a restaurant, and oh my god, I am so sorry for that restaurant. I snuck out of that, but God, it was like Nightmare on Elm Street. I couldn't stop vomiting. Oh, we'll get into that. I've had some violent stomach flus. Thank you very much, people who give me. Thank you very much, a certain pizza place that made 15 people sick with Ebola, and I ended up in the hospital that day.
Pizza Hut?
No, a certain pizza place that got a lot of people sick in my town. Let's just say that. It was, if you walked into the bathroom, the smell would have like knocked you out, and there was just puddles of vomit and everything else. It was horrible. I tried cleaning it up, and as I was cleaning it up, I was vomiting at the same time, making a bigger mess. It was a horrible night, and I ended up in the hospital. They had to stomach pump me, and they had to like give me morphine that day. I was vomiting that bad. Like I couldn't stop vomiting. Like it was bad. Like they were like, "What the fuck?" It was the worst situation. Once they pumped my stomach and gave me morphine, it was like, ah! So it was nice. Problem is, I was stuck there. I was stuck there until I wanted to go home, and the morphine drip had worn off. So I still felt like I wanted to die when I got home. Send me home now. I'm high as a. Anyway.
Yeah, I had an idea, but it's definitely an intrusive thought, I think. Since they're making all these extra bathrooms, right? What's the chances of that making a maid-style, like a Canadian-style maid bathroom style, which you just press a button and
Squirt bottle.
What the hell would a Canadian maid even look like?
That is a dark conversation. We do not need to talk about that. So they want to be able to dress any way they want, which I've noticed at some Starbucks places. The only thing most of them have is a fucking apron. Like
the apron is a uniform thing. I don't see how that's an issue, you know?
Yeah, most of them just the apron is the uniform. So I don't get the logic here. Oh, some places you have to wear the black and green. Okay, some places have to wear the black and green. Great. Guess what Starbucks has? Another Starbucks down the street, and there's like 50 of them, and they're most of the time you can transfer. So let's get to the end result of what happened with all this. So they want a lot of extra programs, special programs for special needs. If you get what I'm saying, DJ knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's the woke shit coming up in a hard way. And a $30 starting wage. That is more than the managers get at Starbucks.
How you get robots
and I'm going
running
to say
Starbucks.
again. I'm going to whisper into the hi, chat. Look, we don't need Starbucks. You can buy all the ingredients and the Starbucks coffee at your local store. So Starbucks is pointless. Make your coffee at home. Okay.
Stop. You're giving me a stiffy. Stop it.
Coffee ASMR much.
Dude, like that ASMR voice.
See, this is what you gotta do, Spooker. Do that for your videos, for the shorts, and just do a full fucking coffee cooking thing, and then you got all the people that would buy into that, just watch that. you definitely have Bob.
Shit, you'll find more likes, that's for sure.
Well, Bob, should I start tapping my coffee cup right now with my fingernails? Just do this right now. No.
It's just the voice. That's all I need to go to sleep tonight. Just the voice.
Shut up, Bob. You finally got me to break character for 5 seconds. Go to hell. So back to the Starbucks bullshit. So so they want a lot of these special programs. Okay, great. And more money than their managers make as starting out. So here's the end result. They did what they did to Safeways in my town. Now, Safeways was an interesting store. We like to call it the rich store. That was the place that had like you could get your free samples. Me and a buddy used to do the redneck stuff. We used to do the white trash thing where we would go to these Starbucks. I gotta watch what I say because even saying that it gets banned. I hope it doesn't.
It probably won't because all these people are like not going to even do anything with that one. It's all one-sided. It's all symmetrical.
I hope so. I'm just not going to repeat it. So what me and we used to go to the local store, the local Safeways, when we knew they had their for lunch. Me and my friend, my broke ass friend, would go there and we just eat their freaking. We would just go around sampling all their food. Oh, cooked pizza today. Oh, look, half a burger. And we would walk around that store and make fucking donuts. And most of the people there knew who we were and knew that we were doing this. But they didn't give a fuck because they got paid by the fact that we were emptying the samples out. So, and every once in a while, what we would do is we would buy the food, but they got paid for doing that. They don't do samples anymore. But back in the day, me and my friend did that. We walked around, free sample.
That is actually so true because there aren't even free samples at malls anymore.
Like the closest thing to free samples now I see is alcohol-free samples, and that's about it. And I'm like,
yeah,
well, yeah, because no germs could live in that.
Yeah, and you're only allowed one sip per sample. It's like, eh. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But that's what we used to do. But so this is the thing. So they get this store going, and then they had to go back. The Starbucks, this union, and I say this very generously, this fucking union that's making more money than the goddamn people working there. Like, it's a scam, guys. You're getting smoked. Starbucks. Some of the Starbucks had to go back to work instantly. Well, guess what happened? A lot of these Starbucks that had all these offers and all these special conditions they wanted, and well, I'm a he, I'm a they, them, and all this stuff, all that fun little stuff that they did, turned out that these were a lot of under-profiting Starbucks. So they laid them all off.
So to be fair, if they're calling themselves a they, them, and they're working getting a paycheck.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to touch that.
I was about to bring out the frying pan.
I was going to say, they're not doing enough work because they aren't doing a full team's worth of work.
Stop it.
Nico.
Cease.
Stop it. It doesn't matter.
Cease.
So yes. So basically, these people have now just been laid off their jobs. Now, here's where it gets real great. Hi, you've been laid off. Oh, you want to transfer to another Starbucks? No, thanks. We're good. They can't transfer. They have now been fired. So far,
how about do the job you're hired for, bitch?
So this union has now cost Starbucks, cost all these employees their jobs, and they can't get hired at a new Starbucks.
Whoo!
DJ, your thoughts on
that? Them can't be hired at new Starbucks.
Shut up!
Well, like you said, people trying to transfer and the job isn't available. It's very similar to how when you do this, when you increase the minimum wage to unsustainable levels, you eliminate a lot of low-level jobs. And so jobs that are supposed to be a stepping stone or something like a temporary station in life, hopefully, become this unobtainable thing. You get, but basically, I was getting at is that's how you get automated kiosks at McDonald's. But yeah,
but this is why I laughed at that. This is why I had a good chuckle because Starbucks literally threw these people under the bus. These people, they're like now people are done. Now I have a conspiracy theory. This Starbucks union that exists that wants all these special conditions. I think this was a marketing plan. I think higher-ups in Starbucks hired people to make this union so they could lay these fuckers off. Why not? They don't, really think about it. It's actually brilliant.
This honestly sounds like a restaurant version of a Metal Gear Solid plot.
I can't even say what I'm thinking.
Snake! It's all a plan, Snake! Okay, anyway. So
baristas with nanomachines in their bodies.
Yeah, baristas. No, so here's my theory. Here's my theory. Now they can roll out now that these people are being laid off, they're all getting. Oh well, sorry guys, the union didn't help you out at all. You had to go back to work. Congratulations. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Those poor Decepticons.
Now, unfortunately for you, your store's no longer part of the profit line. Bye. Now, keep in mind, you do know that like there's government funding for businesses that when you have a strike, right? So now they can write off those stores. So they're writing them off.
Why is there government funding in business?
Because that's how it works. They have it all set up so every store, if they have a situation where their employees...
Nico, I'm stopping you now. I don't trust you enough to...
Damn it, you saw before it even came in the punchline.
I'm not even letting you go. You're done, my sir. You're done. I've had to pull the sport ball too many now. Now you're getting the frying pan. So that's the thing.
Get the soundboard with the Left 4 Dead pan noise.
I gotta get that. I really do. Just for Nico. And maybe DJ now.
My goodness.
Ours has been good.
Oh, you know it's bad when I'm starting to become a golden standard. It's like, goddamn.
A lot of gold for Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the fun of this. So now they've been laid off and they can't be hired to these new places. And I think we're up to 8 stores I've heard of now that got this hit. I think this was all a plan. How much do you want to bet that the next time that Starbucks store opens up, it's going to be AI operated?
Very possible. I think, that's what I was leaning towards. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do they have enough money to have those, robots that are currently being made in China?
Yeah, they definitely do.
We're going to talk about those robots in China right now.
I'd probably stop at a Starbucks if the T800 had a rockin' rack. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Here's the problem, though. After they get enough times of doing a medial task, they turn themselves off.
Yeah. So speaking about...
Oh, don't worry. Most men turn them off anyways.
so speaking about... Wow, Bob, shut up. Holy fuck. Jesus fuck. Hey, he reads A Boy and His Dog once and he turns into a fucking raging man.
Chief, you gave me a window into your childhood, of course.
It's not my childhood, though. Anyway, speaking about AI, we now have some AI we're going to look at tonight. Let's watch some AI, boys. So, this robot at a Hardaloo hot pot restaurant was dancing and having its fun, and then it decided to become self-aware.
I wouldn't say it was very aware of anything.
It's self-aware, boys. She's fighting the robot. The robot's going for it. It's self-aware. It's self-aware.
I'm good. I love this shirt. I love that it says I'm good.
Yeah, the robot's fighting. She's fighting it, and they're all trying to stop it because it's going nuts. It doesn't want to stop, boys.
It got food on it. It got yellow shit on its hand.
Yeah. So the AI snapped, boys.
He looks like an enthusiastic dancer on drugs.
It's still going for it. It's like, I'm free, and she's trying to stop it. It just won't stop. So yes, it's now official, boys. The AI has become self-aware, and we do know it wants to dance. Just dance, do, just dance.
Can you imagine, like, you get rolled up on by the Terminator, and then he just hits you with the fucking Rickroll.
No, you know what's great? You get rolled up by the Terminator, and all of a sudden you hear boom, boom, do, 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 boom, boom. Thriller! Like the robots are dancing towards you while they're carrying their blaster rifles.
No, that's what I'm thinking. It's better if it's the Rickroll, because if he has dual handguns, he could still do like the little fist motion.
No. We need the thrill. We need the thriller, man. You got to go classic Michael.
Yeah, with the moonwalk, with the blaster going off for the recoil.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Bob, shut up. He's
Schwarzenegger.
of the, I apologize for Bob. He's of the generation. Mr.
What?
Foxbottom.
I made a reference that relates.
No, it doesn't.
Oris is funny. Oris has a chat message. He says, "R.I.P. Mr. Foxbottom."
Yeah, Mr. Foxbottom. I saw that. Yeah. No, I'm telling you.
You made a Michael Jackson reference, and I made a reference to another Michael Jackson song. What did I do wrong?
Rick roll. Yeah, but you did the crappy Alien Ant Farm, so you automatically get voted out.
Well, fuck you too.
Sorry.
Yep. That, to be honest with you, it did match the way in the dog.
You know what? You know what? DJ, Nico, scoot over. I'm putting myself on the bench. You're in trouble, Chief.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, boys. All right, boys. We're getting to the review finally after just literally having this fun, and we still have to talk about how I made a supervillain. That's coming up next too. Okay, there's a bed. Yeah, unfortunately, Arush, you're on the floor. I don't know. Arush just showed up and sat down on the floor. He literally put the papers out for him and just sat down. I don't know. What am I supposed to do about that? We're okay with it. Okay, anyway. Back to the.
You saying ours isn't house trained?
Bob, come on. Okay, so boy and his dog.
You can't hit me. I'm all the way over here. You put me in the ice box in hockey, all right, with two other knuckleheads.
Dude, that's when they throw the squid at you. So shut up.
Yep.
We don't need to start Nico with that. Anyway,
And there's ink everywhere.
yeah,
no
it's
safety.
everywhere. See. Now we got Nico going. Congratulations. Anyway, boy and his dog. The audiobook actually done by the actual Arthur himself, which I've now realized would probably hate all of us.
Mostly me, probably.
Okay, so this book was created by what was it there? Now I can't remember because we've been fucking around for so goddamn long. Hold on. I sent it to Bob. It'll be fast to find.
It was written by a dog.
Okay.
No, it was not written by a dog.
It's written by Harlan Ellison. Harlan Ellison is the guy who did the I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And we'll probably be looking at the comic for that eventually. Like, that's coming up in the future. I can get that comic real fast. It's not a hard issue to get my hands on. But no, we have some fun with that. So first thoughts, DJ. You read the book or no? Did you read the book and listen to the audio? DJ. You're muted, DJ.
Wait. Can you hear me now? Quick.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, so about the book, what I would say is, if I gave a quick synopsis, it was definitely dark like the movie was, because I compared the books to the movies a lot. And honestly, it was very much like the movie. I mean, like, I'm trying to remember what was different. I mean, I maybe missed some of the book, but I feel like it was a lot like the movie.
There's definitely some differences. But the audiobook is actually really good. Okay, so next on the docket is Bob. Bob, your thoughts?
My thoughts on the book?
Yeah. Give us a rough synopsis, and then tell me what you thought about the author who was reading it, because that actually what's made it exciting.
That is true. It is what made it exciting. Now, synopsis as in like go over the story beats or what I thought of certain points.
Yeah, short story beats before we get to the spoiler.
Okay, the action scene when they had the shootout, I was like, because the guy has the Chicagoan accent, and the way he's describing everything going down, and bam, he went down. I put a slug in his head, and it was just like, I feel like I'm talking to a guy at a bar one time who was just telling me a bullshit story. Oh yeah, that blood ripped his fucking throat out. There, he was on the fucking floor, right there, capiche. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
No, dude. I have legitimately like I've hung out with Sicilians. I've hung out
like
with
if it wasn't for the fucking narration in the Chicago accent, I don't think it would hit as well. But fuck, that was good. Fuck, that was good.
Okay, I've hung out with Italians. I've hung out with Sicilians. You'd be surprised on the conversation. So that fucking deer, he comes out of the left corner there, and I see him. And the fucker nails my fucking thing as he's coming by, and I'm like, motherfucker. So we took 2 shots, and bam, he's down on the ground, and we fucking go up, and then the deer goes to get back up, and I go bam, back in again. Like I literally had conversations with Sicilian hunters.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good because it's not
Sicilian
just how
hunters.
fast they talk; it's how straightforward and eloquent they are. Because if I try to speak that fast, I'm gonna mumble my fucking words. I'm gonna fuck up somewhere. They're just like bam, 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 and you understand everything. You don't even have to know the slang or the lingo necessarily, and you just know what they're talking about.
It's like the time I ride a bike down a fucking Manor Road, and this fucking deer pops out, fucking gallops across the road. I'm just like, what the fuck? I nearly hit the deer, but it just like jumped across the fucking road in just like one fucking sprint.
Oh yeah,
well, you're missing some of the slang and the lingo in there. You just using the word fucking. They would use other colloquialisms.
I didn't want to be a
there.
Garvone here. I didn't want to be
DJ,
a Garvone.
speak up a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I found my volume again. I was trying to impersonate Sicilians because I am Sicilian, so I thought I could pull it off. But you're right. I didn't use enough slang. My mom used to call me a stubborn little.
You're quiet, dear DJ. You gotta
I can hear him just fine.
Yeah, I'm watching the peak. He's not peaking yet. Okay, yeah, you're sounding better.
Okay, well, anyway, I was just saying that I didn't want to be a Garvone, and that my mom used to call me a stubborn little guinea all the time.
Yeah.
See, perfect.
Okay.
Beautiful.
No, he wasn't cutting in wrong on the mic. I'm watching the actual audio, and he's coming in like way dip out of like Bob completely because Bob started talking over him. He fucking devoured.
Oh, okay, Discord. Yeah, it's a Discord thing.
I say, wait, you call me a fucking loudmouth, huh?
Yeah, loudmouth.
But yeah, okay.
What do we expect?
Going back on the synopsis. The thing about the psychic dogs, which it actually adds to the character when I look back onto it in hindsight of, okay, so you have these psychic dogs through experimentation in the past, and then they became a stable gene pool, effectively. But they require solos, which is what the main character is, like a mercenary, to get food. But the main character, Vinny, learned it from the dog, which implies the dog is bullshitting him and using him. Because it's like, what dog doesn't know how to get food for himself? And even if this was a government program, that would be such a net negative. Why would you keep it as a stable strain?
We won't get into it. We'll get too much. I'll get into the specific.
But you get what I'm saying with the synopsis, which is why I think Blood was using Vinny for his own gains in his own way.
Yes, we'll get to the story beats. Nico, your synopsis here.
My synopsis on this is kind of interesting. At the same time, it's weird because it's kind of like my cousin Vinny meets the other one is Fallout a little bit mixed with another thing, which was a popular show. I can't remember the name of it, but it had a very, very popular actor, and he had a chip that he got imprinted with, and the dog was able to communicate with him through the chip. Yeah,
I know what Nico's talking about. So, okay, my overall break.
I was going to say my last little bit was that I enjoyed. Everyone's a piece of shit in the story. Like, everyone's a fucking dirtbag. But there you go.
Yeah, the whole story. Okay, so this is... When I think of apocalypse settings, when I think of settings where stuff is kind of fucked up and weird, like this cat right here.
That's a pretty cat. You shut your mouth.
That was a cat going for hands today. That cat was throwing hands today. Went down to my friend's place, walked over, frickin'. It's like, holy crap! What the hell? Every 5 seconds, go pet her. It's like, fuck you. Took a couple swings. Funny thing is, it jumped over to get pets, and then it went aggressive. So it was kind of funny. Anyway, back to the scenario at hand. We got ourselves an apocalypse, the true apocalypse. No one here is nice. Everyone is at one state or another state of aggression. and it's just this level of you get an understanding of the world because Harlan is amazing at this read, and you could tell that this author has read his own work and looked at his own work multiple times before, so you get an energy about it that's just way over the top, and it's one of the more darker apocalypse settings that I've seen, and it's honest. It's really fucking honest. So
it wouldn't be the same without the narration, honestly.
What?
Without that guy's specific narration, it just wouldn't hit the same.
I don't think it would. You fucking totally fucking hit the nail on the head, man. I honestly think him. When you hear him do "I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream," when you hear him do the audio for that, the level that this guy puts in it. Too bad this guy didn't. He unfortunately passed away way too before his time. It's sad because in a lot of ways, this guy had such an energy. Could you imagine if this guy would have been a voice actor? If this guy would have turned his life into voice acting? Oh my God, this would have been fucking, man. There would have been some amazing voice acting back in the day.
I just remember the name of it. It's K9000. Yeah. I was thinking of.
So this one, by the way, guys, Boy and His Dog, Harlan Ellison. I have to be honest, mature rating. This is a very violent short story. Very mean short story and a very nasty short story. And I really do got to warn people when they look at this. This thing is wildly violent. So please,
I almost turned it off. I'll be honest with you because I was feeling grossed out in the beginning.
Yeah. Literally, this was rough. I know, and I warned your sister too, because your sister wanted to read it too, and I was like, "Are you sure, Kat? I don't mind giving it to you."
I'm like, no, keep that book away from her. Nope. As her brother, I must keep it away from her.
Yeah, well, you must keep it away from her, but she unfortunately asked me for it. And I said, "Are you sure? Are you sure? It's awful." And there I go. What?
No. I can only blame myself. I wasn't there.
Yeah, if you would have been there, you could have stopped the scenario. But the scenario happened because it's like you weren't there, man. But no, that was.
I know. I'm not hating you for it. I'm just. Fuck no. Nah. Damn.
Bad idea.
It was a bad idea, but it's mostly just me having my brotherly nature. It's like, yeah, she's a grown woman. She can do what she wants.
Oh, she's in her. She's older than you by like 8 years.
I know, but. Come on, brother got to do what a brother got to do.
I gotcha. But no, that was a rough. Like even I admit there are moments in this book where you're grossed out, and the thing is, there's some cool shit in both the movie and the book, but this is a dark story. And let's be honest, and we're getting to the story now, and we'll let you kind of end off when I finish off the beats there, boys. This is going into spoiler territory. Get ready for violence when you read this book. Harlan Ellison does not fucking sugarcoat violence. For a guy who's a feminist, yes, that's right. This is a guy who called himself a feminist.
Par for the course.
He is on multiple. This is from the 70s, Nico. This isn't a modern book.
Doesn't matter. Same rule supply. Doesn't matter about the time.
Nico.
This would be one of those moments where I may be on the same bench, but I'll scoot like a little further away.
Yeah. So here's what happens here with that, boys. This is violence on a big level. He does not sugarcoat the violence. He does not play nice with the violence, and there's a lot of violence. We can't even discuss the violence on this. But
just a word of warning: it's not just gun violence, and I'll leave it there.
No, it's not. The beginning of this book starts with him being extremely horny, and the shenanigans he gets into for being extremely horny. I mean, the things this guy says to, and like he is hunting somebody very interesting. Now, here's the thing about this book. It is so violent, and the ending is so aggressive. I'm going to say this. This is such a rough book. Warning to everyone who reads this. Do yourself a solid. Be very, very, very certain And I would say certain people with certain issues should not read this book. Period.
Definitely not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. Even if you're an audio, even the audio book I think is better in a lot of ways, and it makes it a lot more better. But I mean, this starts with Harlan Ellison going, "A boy and his dog." It's almost like you feel the grin when he says it, and you're just like, "Oh my god, I remember this." This is a wild ass book. Do be warned. Now they're all are this. He kept going with this series, from what I heard. Like I think there's 6 books afterwards, and it's an interesting
pattern recognition never lies.
Nico, the reason I moved away from the bench is because I'm not afraid of the pan anymore. I'm afraid of the soup can.
Yeah, I got a soup can loaded up right now. Keep it up. Spinning that soup can in my hand with the dexterous of a ninja.
I'm about to say, thing's going to be flipping like a goddamn sling.
Okay, all I got to say is there's a big difference in the movie. At the end of the movie, it leaves with them laughing. At the end of this movie, it leaves with him going, "Do I know what love is? A boy loves his dog." Wow.
The best
Both
part
of those
is
endings.
It leaves it to the listener to put it together. That's the best part about it.
Oh yeah. But the thing about that is both of those endings are wow.
Without context, that sounds horrible.
That is horrible. But wow.
But for different reasons.
Yeah. It is survival. It is survival at its best. And
Reggie,
then
how would you?
thing.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, DJ.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh wow, you whisper now.
At the end of the sentence.
Speak up, man. Speak up, man. Like I don't know what's going.
I don't know. It's just Discord. I think that as long as I'll check the stream and see how I sound. I'll report back. But no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But I guess since I was allowed to interrupt, I was just say, Reggie, just give us a quick sum it up briefly what you thought about a key element difference.
The novella is more dominant, cold, and intellectually superior. Conversely, the film is similar personality, but with more dry humor and personality for audience appeal.
All right, continue on the rails.
Yeah, that is legitimately that's legit how it feels to me too. It's one of those scenarios where you're just like, wow. It's dark. I liked it, but man, was that a dark book. And if you're reading his stuff, man, all his stuff is dark. It's like looking at
you did say a thing about the time period. Because this book came out before Fallout, before most of the things like Mad Max and other post-apocalypse settings, and they all kind of base themselves off of this rough, 1960s,
that's
1970s.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like a lot of these settings, a lot of these post-apocalyptic shit comes right around it's right around during the Cold War, and the idea of a nuclear apocalypse hitting off, that's where a lot of this came from. Like it's the only good thing that came out of the 70s. The 60s and the 70s was this type of shit.
Because I'll be honest, I don't watch Mad Max for Mad Max. I watch it to see all the rat rods. Yeah. I love those vehicles so much.
Yep, I get you. But no, it's the idea of some of this stuff and the idea of some of the things that people do and stuff. It's a dark story, and I do find it funny that that's how they wanted to portray it. Again, the other book, the like I said, there's just a rough to that, and overall, that's the best way to put it. What are we? Bob said 6. Nico, what do you want to rate this?
I rate it a 2 overall.
Wow. Okay, he hated it.
That's a gut punch.
What's your thoughts?
I mean, I just thought it was definitely darker, but that's more practical. Hollywood tends to appeal to the audience's sensibilities, and I mean, I love that at least to preserve the ending in both versions, just in slightly different ways.
DJ, what'd you say? You speak up. I'm literally watching.
I mean, okay, I said I was going to report back and check the audio on the stream, but anyway, no, I was saying that, like I say, like,
perfect.
Crap, I lost my thought, but yeah, like
how Hollywood goes to the people's sensibilities.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Bob. And that's like basically like, like it's got to be a cute, happier ending. But in both cases, I'm glad that they allowed the movie to end the way the book ended. But definitely darker, and also, just something that jumped out at me was the Topeka. Is that the area where they're underground?
Yeah.
Yeah, that like was completely over the top in the movie, which I found to be very uncanny. Which is like that's one of the things that I found charming about the movie was the absurd, uncanny valley effect of the people with the white makeup on their faces, and they're sitting there having like a nice picnic dinner, and they're like, "Oh, can you please pass me the pie? Oh, thank you very much." It was all freaking like super staged, like it was worse than North Korea. It was really great.
I gotta ask you, DJ. Did you get the same vibes I did of that one side quest in Fallout where this one guy is having all these people in a simulation, but his simulated avatar is like a little girl, and he does everything he can to fuck with those people? Because that was the level of uncanny horror I was getting from Topeka.
Oh my god! You know something? I didn't play that part of Fallout, but I could see it.
Do you agree,
There you
Chief?
go, yeah. No, but I see Topeka more like the best way to put it is it reminded me of the cannibals that you run across in Fallout 3. If you're gonna go from the Fallout 3, there's a cannibal. There's a little village of cannibals, and everyone's nice to everybody.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the ones in New Vegas, over at the Vegas Strip. Those guys who are like the high-class cannibals.
No. I'm talking about the people like this is a true America here. We have a little pocket of America with us, and they're eating all the raiders and shit. That's what I got from the vibe. It was that unnatural energy to it, but it was kind of funny though. Again, like when it's all said and done, I still like the fact that like the funny thing is Harlan hated the way that book ended, the way the movie ended. From the research I did, he hated it so fucking much. Like he grew to like it later, but he kind of hated it because what happened is it's so haunting. The boy loves his dog to them laughing. And for him and for like Buddy to go, oh, I didn't even blah 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 blah. We won't get into that stuff, but like, yeah.
Oh, dude, I won't lie. I did laugh at the ending because I was like, that is so dark. It's like, it's like, what can you do except laugh? Because I was like, holy fuck.
And the problem is because they did so much damage in that area, they can't go back. They do have a continuation to the story. There are other books. Maybe we'll look at them, but if they're as dark as this, whew, boy. All right, boys.
I don't know, man. I think the Boy and His Dog, just all you need is book one. I don't see a reason to have the other ones. Like book one's good.
I agree with you, Bob, 100%. I do agree with you 100%. So next, we're going to be talking about. We haven't even gotten to the other main topics, but we're going to get to those topics next. Next is Hollywood. We got one more Hollywood. So Oscars so woke. Oscars go woke, go broke. Lowest rating Oscars in history.
Woo!
This apparently was the worst rated Oscars of all time. Wow, I guess your agenda doesn't really do anything if you're fucking goddamn no one's watching, right?
Yeah. That is the scariest thing that could happen to these clowns is no one cares about their
what's interesting? I didn't even know this happened, and I didn't even know it existed.
Oh, dude, you're not the only one.
It's true. Who the fuck pays attention to these people?
Yeah, no, I didn't even watch it myself. I didn't pay attention to it. The only thing I knew was K-pop Demon Hunters won, and they were like, "Oh, hey, the thing that was created with AI." Okay, cool.
It wasn't created with AI, was it?
Yes, some of the songs were apparently according to what was Soda Pop was apparently AI written.
Oh, that's like AI music.
Yeah. So they had some AI music in it, but it doesn't really matter one way or another. It's just like the fact is no one cared. Like the only thing K-pop because K-pop Demon Hunters had some interesting songs that people liked, And there were like these uplifting songs, like the song "Golden." That they were golden, golden. That became a fucking Christmas song.
Gonna be golden. Gonna be golden.
I hated it. The only golden Asian I like is Golden Skull. Thank you very much. Anyway.
Oh, the hero?
Yeah. Oh, fucking Bob knows who I'm talking about. God damn. He fucking awesome. He is Asian Batman. That's yes, he is Asian Batman. You get a chance. I'm trying to find the comics right now. Boys and girls, if I can track down the original mangas, we are reading.
You got me so excited. It's like the Golden Skull.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't like none of this modern shit. I like the old stuff.
Oh, dude,
I love Golden Skull.
Speaking about modern shit, we are going to be looking at modern shit. We're going to be looking at the 80s Shadow. Eventually is on the list, and the other one that's on the list right now is I'm looking for a copy. I got to find the copies. I found an 80s Shadow. We have a couple other things we got to look at. There's one more book I want to look at for us. It's coming up next after we do the next Throwback Thursday. I got some stuff. I got some interesting books we're going to be looking at. Conan the Barbarian and the Shadow are after the next comic we're coming up to.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So basically, Oscar's so woke, Oscar's so broke. It didn't get anywhere, man. It failed on a major level. So, quick story. We got another story from the Work Chief here. One last tribal story, boys. Get in close. Now get in close, kiddies. We got to talk about how Orc created a supervillain.
Hey, I'll get close if you give me a reach round.
Can I run away now?
Yeah, dude. Come on, dude. You gotta stop the jokes. That shit's gonna get us.
Is it?
Yes. We can insult each other. We just can't go a little too. We can make the weird jokes when we're on our own, man. You're gonna watch that stuff. You get me banned. Knock it off. Anyway. So seriously, on that docket, back to what I was talking about. How I create a supervillain. So okay, back in the day, in the ancient times, the before the darkness times, before the times millennials existed. Operation Labuzu is still up and going, boys. We'll figure it out. I got to get a Kickstarter going. we can now add Starbucks people to that list, so maybe we can solve everyone's problems. All right. I went to a yard sale and there was this mother here. Now here's what happened. She's cleaning out her son's room because she wanted a yoga room. You tell this was a 90s situation, right, boys? So she cleared out all his stuff. He had a nice table. He had posters that were all rolled up. I was looking at them. There was a Captain America one that was kind of cool. He had a Conan the Barbarian poster from back in the day. He had an entire box of Fangoria. I don't know if you know what Fangoria is, boys. That's a horror thing. By the way, some of these are actually worth money, but this was an entire box full. Now, what did it for me is I opened up this chest he had, and I could hear the Zelda music going off. The open it up. One Nintendo in box. One Super Nintendo in box. One open Nintendo, free use, and one Nintendo. He had a sealed Nintendo and a sealed Super Nintendo in this giant toy chest. And we open it up. Games upon games upon games. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, a Super Game Boy, and we're talking about 50 to 60 games. Now, we're the first ones at this yard sale. And she's like, well, we're selling the consoles for $25. We're selling this for this. We're selling this for this. She kind of gives me her prices. I go, how much for all of it? She goes, what? How much for all of it? I'll call a friend of mine right now. If I can use your phone, I call a friend of mine right now. How much for all of this? She went, what do you want to do? I'll give you $150. That was my entire yard selling money for that month, that day. And she's like, okay, sold. So she sold me the yard sailing stuff. So I got my friend and went, dude, bring me a truck. Bring me a truck. I got a surprise for you. Come to this address, bring me a truck. He's like, fucker, you buddy, what the fuck did you do? Bring me a truck. I'm screaming at him, get me a fucking truck. Get me a fucking truck. Get here now. He's like, okay, done deal. I'll get there. You owe me something. Oh, don't worry, I got something for you. So he walks up. He comes up in his truck. Okay, prick, what'd you get? What'd you do? You see all this stuff? Yeah, load it into your truck. He's like, dude, that's a lot of stuff. And I go, here. He looks at it. He opens it up, looks at the box. That's fucking Fangoria. Starts going down the issues. Holy fuck! He starts like freaking out because he starts realizing this is older issues of Fangoria. Like, this is the older issues of the Fangoria. So he's like, buddy, fucking, I could kiss you right now. I'm like, no, but help me load up. He's like, okay. So we start loading up. Now, after we get everything loaded up in a tarp, and we get a tarp, we throw the tarp up, everything's loaded up. As we're loading everything up and leaving, we see a car, just about that, I go to use the bathroom quickly. I'm like, buddy, like, I'll wait a thing. So he's waiting. I see a car pull up, and the sun gets out. And the car pulls up on the far corner on the side. Sun gets out, and he's like, okay, I'm here to get my stuff. And the mom's like, I sold it already. Now I get in the truck. And I'm like, drive. And she's like, what do you mean? I was going to come tomorrow and start picking stuff up. And she's like, well, you waited too long. It's been almost a month. You're supposed to come get it now. As I hear this, as we're driving by and we're slowly going away, Mom, you sold all my stuff. And I'm like, and we did, that's the last thing we heard as I rolled up the window and I said, drive faster. Okay.
Now.
No, it's
What?
more evil.
Was that evil?
I don't know on whose part it was evil, but something.
I don't know who to think badly of, you or the mom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Well, Bob and Nico have known me longer than you boys have. Was that regular, war chief evil, or was that a lot more, or was that in, like, above my evilness? Nico?
To be honest with you, that might be the evilest I've ever seen you, honestly. But then again, I think you actually did more help than harm when you saved that kid from playing Silent Hill.
No, I never saved that kid from playing Silent Hill. I let it happen.
Oh, never mind. That might actually be worse.
Okay.
I thought you told the grandma that game was bad for kids. I'm like, wait a second.
No, that was Fallout. That was Fallout 3. The Silent Hill thing didn't happen. I let that evil happen. I'll tell the Silent Hill story because it's legendary. Okay, Bob, how evil was that? Was that more evil than your average war chief, or was that less evil?
I see it as Ouroboros. History repeats itself. You had all your classic stuff sold. Now that kid had all his classic stuff sold. History repeats itself.
No. Let me put it this way. I didn't have my classic stuff sold. I had a lot of my stuff stolen. There's a difference. We won't get into that. And a flood took the rest of my stuff.
You couldn't just leave it, could you?
No, I know.
You couldn't just let it have its moment. It was like, this is history repeating itself.
No, it's not. Anyway, not what I asked you either. I asked you if it was more evil or less evil.
No, it's completely neutral because it's history repeating itself.
Neutral.
So,
you are just another animal upon this earth. What has happened to you has happened to another.
So, well, yeah, but I never had any of my stuff sold. There's a difference. Anyway, I won't get into that. We won't get into that. That's a topic for another time. So, okay. So I guess we got one more story before we get to the DS9 and we start playing video games. So here's the next story. We'll talk about the Sailor Moon. I'm not Sailor Moon. I can't talk about the Sailor Moon story yet. That was funny though. When my another story of me being evil is Sailor Moon dolls and my friend's potato launcher. And his sister's Sailor Moon dolls. Oh, that's an interesting conversation. But that wasn't me being evil, so we'll get to that later. Someone will have to remind me of that story.
So here's the question I have for you: are we talking about the Nintendo DS9 with Sony?
No. We're talking about Deep Space Nine versus Babylon 5.
My joke didn't go land thing well.
Yeah. I got your joke. The controversy of that, but we'll get to that once we start gaming. Next, okay. So the Silent Hill story. So I had picked up Silent Hill 2 for myself and a couple other video games. Once a month at the end of the month, I will go pick up stuff. That's been a tradition of mine up to this day. Like even on Steam, I'm not going to pick up anything on. There's Nightmare Reapers. I'm hoping I can catch it on the last day of sale for $16. Because there's Nightmare Reapers multiplayer, and I'm like, ooh, fucking great game, by the way. I hope my computer can handle it. It's kind of crazy, but I go and pick up my games every thing. So I'm picking up Silent Hill and a couple other games. And so as I'm picking this up, I see a kid come into the store with their mom. She had her hair a little bit, wearing those glasses that Karens wear. And it's like, mommy.
The one with the points.
Yeah.
On the outside of lenses.
Yeah. Buy me this game. She's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this game. And like she basically almost butts in line. And I see the game as I'm buying. I can't remember what game I was buying. It wasn't Persona. There was another game I was buying. I had already bought Sailor. I keep wanting to say Sailor Moon. I'm stuck on the Sailor Moon story. The Silent Hill 2. I bought Silent Hill 2 the week before. And I was like, hey, that's a mature game, right? If you're buying that, you shouldn't buy that for your kid. This is what I said to her. It's a very dark game. You shouldn't buy that for your kid. The mom turns and looks at me, and her exact words were, "You don't tell me what I can buy for my child." And she gives me this angry laser look, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. I buy my game. She gets the game for her son, and she storms out like the Karen she is. And so I leave, and I'm like, hey, you got the walkthrough for Silent Hill 2 yet? He's like, no, we'll get the walkthrough later. I used to buy walkthroughs for games all the time. Like, I love the Brandy walkthroughs, man. Anybody who bought those back in the day knows what I'm talking about. Those were fucking cool. They'd have all these like little like they'd have like art and shit, really fucking badass shit. Anyway, so I go and I leave. I get home, play my games, do my usual thing. I get a phone call about a week later. They have the walkthrough for Silent Hill 2, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go pick it up. I go around the same time I went before. Guess who walks in? Her mother, the Karen, and her son. Her son looks mortified, bags under his eyes, looks like he didn't sleep. Again, she was getting this for someone that the kid looked like he was 6. Why are you getting Silent Hill 2 for a 6-year-old? So the mother goes, well, I'd like to return this game. My son doesn't like it. And he's like, I can only give you such and such store credit. And she's like, store credit? You give me my money back, blah, blah, blah. She kind of went off on her spin. She finally broke down and got store credit. So she went, okay, go get another game. Go get another game, whatever game you want. Okay, go get something else. So he goes to get another game. Comes back. I see him. She hadn't seen me yet because I'm browsing the. I believe I was browsing the Game Boy Advance games at that point because I wanted to see if there's any interesting games to pick up. So I turn around and walk up as he's sitting there. He's putting his game out, and the mother hadn't seen me yet. And I get my walkthrough, and I look at him. He looks at me. He's like, I go, Gary game, wasn't it? He like looks at me. Yeah. And the second she hears my voice, I could feel the laser beams. Like from the back of my fucking head. If she had fucking laser powers, she would have killed me right then and there. This gave me the look of death. I bought my walkthrough. I bought a Game Boy Advance game, and I walked the fuck out with the smile of a king. And that smile. That smile where you're just like, yeah, fucking owned, bitch. That smile of a king. I like to call it the smile of a king. That's where you got that grin where you're like, oh yeah. You have those moments in your life where someone will do something really stupid, and you're like, you warned them, and they still did it stupid anyway. Like, voting for Trudeau. Anyway, let's get to gaming.
I'm going to play a game tomorrow called Pyongyang Racer.
Yeah. So we're going to be playing some games, boys. We're back to the games for the night. Gaming going. By the way, this is a retro community. We do support many people in the retro community. DJ does stuff on Thursdays. We got some stuff for other people. Now we're gonna be probably looking at. I'm thinking. All right. We have 3 choices here: Blaster Master, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. Gravity Circuit Lost, or we're going back to the farm for some Stardew Valley. You know what, Nico? You feel like some Stardew Valley tonight?
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. Arj, you still don't have Stardew Valley. DJ, do you have Stardew Valley?
Nah.
No? Okay.
We'll try those other ones.
Do you want the other ones then, Nick?
We can do either any of them, honestly. I have a few games, but not like tons, yeah?
I don't think you have Blaster Master, so I don't think we could play multiplayer Blaster Master.
I have the Marvel game, I have the Mysteria game, I have what's the other one? Tojimuro, I have the other one.
Do you have the Hex and Heretic game? We could always play that.
I gotta check. Let's see.
If he has the remaster Hex and Heretic, maybe I know something Bob can play us too.
Let's see.
I don't want to get too distracted, because we're going to be talking about some stuff here, so I don't know if those are good ideas. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just checking real quick.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion would probably be a bad idea, because that literally both me and Bob we get way too much into that game. So if all 3 of us were playing, that's going to be a game screaming at each other, which would be fun for a live stream, but that makes bad conversation. We're going to talk about DS9.
Oh yeah. We can just you guys can play the other one. I'll watch.
Okay, you don't want to play. You don't want to play Stardew Valley.
If it's easier for you guys, because then you have more people that would be able to play the other ones, right?
But Bob could technically play Cosmic Invasion with us, but then we would be like distracted.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll just do Stardew Valley then tonight.
All right.
Tonight's some Stardew Valley, boys. I gotta make sure it's clicking on the bar though.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, we're in the view. Not the view, but we're in a view. So, speaking about space colonies, because it kind of works for what we're doing. So, oh, we got ourselves something there. I hear echo on my end. Stardew Valley. We're gonna do Horde Farm tonight. Let's get this hosting game out. Let's get the farm going, boys. Okay, so Deep Space Nine versus gaming code Nico GGA2.
Okay.
Should I just screenshot it? Yeah, I'll just screenshot.
Yeah.
I'll just screenshot. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Wait. I gotta get that screenshot. Try. Oh, there we go. Okay, couldn't remember where the chat fund was. I'll just screenshot this shit. So Mr. Razorfist has just come out with a new video about the whole debate about the whole Babylon 5 versus DS9. The idea that DS9 stole the idea of Babylon 5. And that it was actually something else. So we're going to start with what?
Alleged story. You know the alleged story?
Yes, I know the alleged story. If do you want to break it down, DJ? Go ahead, man. You're always welcome.
Well, as I recall, in the early '90s, maybe 1992, 1991, J. Michael Straczynski, the creator, the writer of Babylon 5, and apparently Spider-Man, is pitching a script. So he goes and visits Paramount Studios. They were like, "Yeah, we're good." So then, after he pitches the script, on Babylon 5, you have a character who's a psychic named Lita Alexander. You got a guy named Ducat, who's, a Minbari, official. And when his show doesn't, get taken up, he finds out that now they're going to be taking up a show called DS9. And DS9 has a man named Gold Ducat, and it goes a little differently, however. A character named Lita, and, a few other characters. Now, that said, what's the commonality? It's the station. You got a security guy who's a cynic, but he's not, Darren Brody, he's Odo. There's a lot of superficial similarities. So the question is, if you were going to steal something, would you really go out of your way to steal the names? So I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it objectively, just because a guy named Ducat in a different role, mind you, existed in the show, does that mean it's stolen? And, that's perhaps where, so where did this guy go? I remember David Cullen did a video about this, but, he could be somebody's a little bit out of his mind. So I'm very curious to hear a more rational perspective.
Yeah, man, I'm getting in.
Okay, so we got the Egg Festival, so we're gonna go do the Egg Festival because with both of us there, I wouldn't mind seeing if we win this fight over that one character. So here's the thing about it. My thought process is it's a bunch of crock. Because, I have heard so many conspiracy theories about the apparent thing that, because, the Gul Dukat thing, that's new, DJ. I've never heard the Gul Dukat thing. That actually is new to me. So, that right there is a new inner conspiracy that I've heard through people talking about this. And I've thought about it as a whole, that Star Trek... Okay, first of all, the whole idea of a space colony or space station. There's way too much evidence that... I've looked into this before. There's way too much evidence that this kind of existed. Because the whole idea of the space station thing, that's been around since anyone remember the series in the 70s and the 80s about the moon, the space station that was actually a moon?
Space remember 99.
Yeah, you remember it, right? Okay,
Great.
so this has been around. That idea of a space station has been around for a very, very long time. So that right there doesn't hold any water for me. So that's kind of why my thought process has always been no. Yeah. So that's where I'm. So where are you, Nico? I haven't seen you yet.
I'm waiting for it to load. This is connection field. I might have used the wrong thing.
It's in general, Nico. You might have missed something. Yeah.
Okay, I'm checking again.
If Nico can't get this going, we'll probably go to another game. This will bore the hell out of people if it's.
I think you said it's the wrong channel.
No, I put in general, Nico.
Mm-hmm.
It's in general. I sent it to Bob the Marauder, actually. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Hey, Bob, you want to join us in our thing? There you go.
At this point, this man is mocking me.
Hey, Bob, you want to join us play a video game? So, no, if it was just me and Bob, if it was just me, you, and Bob, I would definitely say, hey, let's play some Cosmic Invasion. But DJ and Ars are here, and I want them to have a conversation. So my thought process with the space...
Isn't Cosmic Invasion only 2-player anyways?
No, you can up to 4.
Okay.
I think it's up to 4. If it's not, then we're definitely teasing Bob at this point. You want to be a real asshole? Nico, download Clef.
Oh,
Do
no.
it. Do it. I dare you. We will not play anything else for weeks.
Dude, that's like RimWorld.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the fun of this. So that's kind of been my thought process with the whole space station thing. Like, I don't believe it because of the fact that's too suspicious. If you get where I'm coming from, like. Now, the truth is that, like, Razor has brought up a lot of points, like a lot of good points too. Like, are we to put a creator are we to take this creator who has actually done a lot of stuff, like, because the guy they're trying to blame, because remember, no one has actually come out and blamed anyone from the main like the main people who worked on it. No one blamed them. Have you ever noticed that? It's no one has ever.
Paramount doesn't write. They just read a script.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, his script, I don't believe for a second. This guy seems fishy in a lot of ways. Okay, let's head to the egg festival, Nick. We'll get some egg. We'll do some eggs here.
All right.
Maybe we'll win and we'll get some goodies. My thing about that is I believe it's really suspicious. I think it's really fake in a lot of ways with this. And I feel that, you would have to blame, you would have to put the finger on people that none of the main producers or writers of this franchise have ever been blamed for it. What the hell? It's Egg Festival. Where's the egg? It's the Egg Festival. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, brand new thing that happens in here. Apparently, when Nico joined, the Egg Festival warped out.
That's weird.
Huh.
Is that a multiplayer thing?
I guess it's not a multiplayer thing. That's fascinating. Well, fuck me. That's clever. That's awful, but it's clever. Okay, well, that sucks. I guess me and Nico can't do the Egg Festival tonight. But that's what makes it interesting for me. And my mentality is this is just way too suspicious in that way. If this guy had actually come out and actually pointed the finger at somebody and actually said, "This is the guy. No, this is the motherfucker," like, and actually pointed up to one of the writers that he had actually done this, I might be a little more apathetic to the scenario. But because it wasn't, it tells me that this is fake. Like, I think he's selling a story, which took off because a lot of people were like, and the funny thing, who's been taking off that story out of everyone who's doing it is Babylon 5 fans. Like, isn't that interesting in a lot of ways? Like, I love this is the thing. I'm not dissing Babylon 5. I am not a diehard DS9 guy compared to Babylon 5. I think both are cool. I like both equally. But my vibe has been that they're actually doing this because Babylon 5 fans are like the fans are like, well, the reason the show wasn't as popular as DS9 was because they stole the idea. It's almost like this geekdom bullshit that's been going on for a long time, and people have been selling that lie. Your thoughts, DJ? What do you think? Do you think I'm smelling up the right roses here? Do you think I'm going too far? And then we'll get to Bob and Nico. Bob's not going to have much to say, unfortunately.
There are those. There are those who, can't enjoy both, right? They have to pick one, and I don't know why, but there's just some people, and I guess it's going to be among those that are more likely to, have the sour grapes about this was stolen or not stolen. But once again, you raised a very good point. They never leveled an accusation to any individual writer or writing group. It's always like just the broad Paramount saw the script before and look, here's some coincidences. and characters that meet these archetypes that exist in every fucking story ever.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit because you want to know why? And the main reason is it's a very simple reason why they won't. And it's really simplistic. They'll fucking sue.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to do. That's what they'll do. If you had, and could you imagine that lawsuit? Could you imagine if they had actually done that lawsuit? Okay, Nick, let's crash out. We'll get to farming next. We'll probably go back into. Well, I'm going to see about getting a mill so we can start harvesting the wood, harvesting all this grass.
Yep.
Yeah. It's bullshit in a lot of ways. And that's what makes me kind of laugh because it's like, yeah, no, the sue would be the problem. If they sued, it would be a thing. Bob, I don't know. What's your thoughts on this? And again, you're coming from probably the anime perspective. This is like people bitching about Boruto versus My Hero Academia.
Ew. Ew.
Bob, you knew. Bob, we both know you know motherfuckers who did that.
It's still gross.
It is gross, but you know it.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those two things are non-issues. So this is what? Somebody's mad at a space station idea in another franchise?
Someone stole the space station franchise, yeah.
Hey, we got a space station right now. What,
Yeah,
do they have to pay fucking liberties to the creators of a fucking show?
No, they don't. But it's this idea of the idea that one creator, and it seems like the fandom is the one that's taking it a different area. Hey, Nico, buy a couple pizzas if you get a chance.
It's not open yet until 9.
Yeah, I know, but when it opens, grab a couple pizzas.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. So you got yourself some food because I'm usually pretty good. We can also go rest. Remember, we have the option of resting now. Like, I can't believe that's an actual function in the game, but yeah, we can. So, I don't know, Arush, your thoughts on this? Do you have anything? You have any opinion on this one? Because I think Nico will have a little bit of an opinion on the matter. Because I know Nico's actually watched both Deep Space 9 and Babylon 5.
I haven't seen those series.
Okay. Okay, we gotta wait till 9. All right, so yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's going to be hard for two of these people in here. Are Nico? Go ahead. What you got to say?
I was gonna make a joke about it because if you think about Babylon 5, its name itself makes kind of fun of it without actually saying anything, since the whole script is basically babbling about and ranting at a series.
Yeah, it is.
Of different aliens.
They even made a joke about Babylon 5. There's a funny reference to Babylon 5. They actually make a reference to. They actually say, "I don't want this to be a Deep Space franchise." They say. They actually say for the Babylon 5 episode. That's an actual thing that they actually say. Like, they actually take swings at it. Now.
Yeah. There was an episode where the Earth Alliance wanted to open up a shopping place, and they were selling baseball caps, and so Captain Sheridan's like, "This is ridiculous." Like, by the way, they have baseball caps. Can you get me one? For my dad, I want to send it home, and I want one for myself. And then, yeah, but Ivanov was like, "What is this? Some kind of Deep Space franchise?" And Ivanov is, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm envisioning.
Yeah. I actually do. Don't worry. You're in the same boat as me, which is kind of funny. The reason they did that is because the Niners caps became a thing.
Cool.
No, actually, Starfleet did that. Yeah. Okay. When was that episode? I'm trying to remember because was that episode before the base?
But the episode name is "Take Me Out to the Hollow Suite."
Yeah. But was that episode? Oh my God, that episode might have been before. Holy shit, it was. That is amusing. That episode might have been before the Deep Space. Yeah, that episode, Take Me Out to the Hall Suite. That actually could have been. Oh, you're gonna laugh. That this is actually kind of amusing. That episode might have been before they made the Deep Space franchise with the hats and shit. I love it. That works. That fucking works. So basically, I think the writers took a fucking swing using the Niner things, the Niner hats and shit. But I've heard so many people say that this franchise, like, I've heard people say so much over the years, "Oh, this is a oh, this is actually this, and this is that. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think so. And I can I be honest, after Razor Fist, rant that he did, and again, I don't agree with everything Razor Fist says, but I think that rant was well done. And I think that was more truth that people are gonna hate. And again, we're picking a fight by saying that. There's a lot of Deep Space Nine fans out there. Well, I'm picking a fight. DJ's being kind of neutral. Okay, so other than that, now that we've kind of gone off on the controversy, how do you feel about the fact that what's left of Babylon 5, like Deep Space Nine stands on its own merits? Anytime anyone brings up Babylon 5 now, they bring up the controversy. Have you noticed that? Okay, don't buy any more, Nico.
Okay, yeah, 4.
Okay, yeah, because yeah. I'm buying one more for myself. Yeah.
I think people love both shows. Appreciate them in equal measure, but they don't all mention the fans. The ones who love it, truly love it, don't mention the controversy. But yes, exclusive fans of Babylon 5 probably do. Now that you mention it, but the thing that comes to memory is just how far it got. You had a few straight DVD movies, and then you had Crusade. And I read I actually read JMS's biography. And the network was basically trying to kill the show before it was over. So first of all, they fucked with the watch order of Crusade. That's a spin-off where the drop deposit a plague on Earth. It's like a nanovirus, and they have 5 years to go and find a cure. So they get this brand new ship, the EAS Earth Alliance ship Excalibur, which is the same class as the ship you saw in the movie A Call to Arms, which serves as a pilot movie for that series. Well, what did the network do? They messed with the watch order, which totally makes it confusing. Then, middle of the show, they changed the uniforms, and they even joke about it, we look like a bunch of bellhops here, and they really did. And they had this thing called notes. I'm not an expert on TV making, but apparently the studio will give you notes on things that you need to do. So they wanted a character to be more hypersexualized, but then they also gave contradictory notes that were the contrary of the instructions they were already giving, and it was really not with the intent of making positive changes. It looked like they just wanted to make a mess of it, set up the show, because they were planning on killing the show, and they did.
Well, they did. And again, it's WB at the time, and WB did not want to do, because sci-fi shows are the more expensive shows, and at the time they wanted to focus more on teenager shows, because remember, this was around the time, I believe, Babylon 5, at the point you're talking about, this was around the time Smallville started coming out, and that was the new thing. And that, WB, let's be honest, WB's a fascinating beast, and we should actually have a conversation about that one of these days. I really do want to talk about the WB one of these days, because that is a fascinating creature.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, and we can construct the building, baby. Oh no, I don't want to paint. Build. Woo! We got one, Nico. Okay.
Awesome.
Now it's all about getting our hands on. I'm going to try to see if we have enough money to buy a. Oh, I don't want to buy a small window. Fuck. I didn't want to buy that. Oh, shut up. No, I don't want to buy a wood. Shit. I gotta wait for it to construct it. We now have stuff, Neek. We now have stuff. We're good. We got some things here. It's gonna be a while, but we're now at the big step. But no, I can't, in my opinion, feel that Deep Space Nine is let's be honest, they're different entities. And Star Trek, at the time, I still think Star Trek Star Trek won stuff, but they also lost other stuff by the level of, attitude some people had. It's the same thing when Stargate came out. I had so many people I knew that got their wild jimmies the second Star Trek came. I was like, ooh, Stargate, it's better than Star Trek. And it's what's with the hate of Trek, boys? What the fuck? Did you feel that? Did you feel that there, DJ, or that there was this level of hate, a hate boner over Trek?
By Stargate fans?
Well, no, not by Stargate fans. by fans in general, there was like this idea at the time, at least at the time, that like anything that was new sci-fi was considered better than Star Trek.
Oh yeah, I could pick. Honestly, okay. So what I did see was a lot of normies loved all the other shit, and that's probably why I never watched Firefly.
Yeah, because I heard people talk glory about fucking Tech Wars, boys. Fucking Tech War.
Tech War. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Anybody who knows Tech War knows how bad Tech War is. I'm gonna go use the facility. I'll be right back. Tech War was nuts.
Tech War was written by. I'll tell everyone about what little I know about Tech War. So Tech War was written by William Shatner. It was also a comic and a series of books called Tech World, I believe. My brother read a few of them because they were written by Shatner. And every Star Trek fan, not every, but many of them, will pursue the works of people who were in Star Trek. And it's Shatner, you know what I mean? I mean, I love Shatner. I love the guy. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. But anyway, the TV series Tech War, oh my god, I watched a little bit of it, but let's just say I didn't watch much of it. So that tells you how engrossing it was. Whereas Space 1999, that shit captured my mind, even though there was some high absurdities in there. The sets for season 1 was just fucking beautiful, like Italian interior design. But like,
I gotta say something
Tech
about
War
that.
did not captivate me like that.
Yeah, Tech War written by people. Ha! Written by Shatner. Ha! I don't agree with that 100%. I think it was still ghostwrited.
Oh, no. Of course he did.
Yeah, I don't think that was really written. No, we all know Willie did Slick Willie.
You ever listen to William Shatner's music?
So anyway,
okay. I'll say it because it's kind of like something that would probably go over well, probably. The one thing that we needed that never happened is literally William Shatner and Robin Williams working together on a space team.
Oh, that would have been funny. I still think the greatest kids show that would have been ever made. Oh, Nico, you walked 10,000 paces. Nico walked 10,000 miles. No, I think the best space show, or the best kids show that would ever have been. Here's what I say. Weird Al Yankovic, Ernest P. Worrell, and Jim Varney, Ernest P. Worrell, and then Pee Wee Herman. If all three of them would have joined together to make a kids show, it would have been the greatest kids show of all fucking time. Come on, am I right or am I fucking right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Telling you, it'd be awesome. Neek, Neek, we're getting late, man. Get back to base.
Okay, I'm in back. Oh, what's the next layer? I think I'm one layer away. One floor away from getting the next floor unlocked.
Okay, that's no problem. But yeah, get back to your thing, man. You're ready to. It looks like you're about to crash.
Okay.
It's almost 10 and we don't. Yeah, it's almost 10 and we don't have tents yet. We don't have the ingredients to make tents.
Okay.
Once we can make survival tents, go ahead, man. Just make. We'll make a survival tent for you, and then you can just go crash wherever you want to crash.
Okay, I can go back up then, and I'll come back down after.
Yeah.
That was pretty far, and it didn't have any kind of save points.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the game doesn't give you save points until you get the tents. Then you can do stuff. But then the tent you still have to go above bar, but that's still better than what you got. But anyway, like I was saying with this, it is. I really do think that'd be the greatest cartoon of all time. Weird Al Yankovic, Pee Wee Herman, and Jim Varney, Ernest P. Worrell, and their own TV show. Could you imagine how amazing that would be? Like the set designs alone would have been great. If anyone's ever watched the Weird Al Yankovic show, you know what I'm fucking talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like Got Milk, DJ.
That's a great show. Yeah, I vaguely remember it actually. I think didn't he have cut scenes where it was a cartoon like Bobby's World?
Yeah, he had Fat Guy. He had a cartoon where whenever he ate donuts, he would turn into a fat man, and the fat guy would have all these superpowers. And then he had his other thing is he had commercials. He had this one of my favorite commercials is, "You got milk?" The kid's like, "Yeah." "You got milk for your cereal?" "Yeah." Okay, this girl comes walking in. "Hey, you got milk?" "Yeah." "You got other type of milk?" "Yeah." She goes to sit down, and it's like, "Really? So you both got milk?" All right, you got milk now, and all these ninjas show up. All these robbers start stealing all their fucking milk and tying them up. Yeah, you got milk now. You got milk now. I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. That's fucking amazing. That is top tier classic fucking craziness. Like, that is awesome.
That is, craziness.
Yeah, no, some of those skits are fucking amazing. Did Nico just pass out? Oh, Nico did. Okay, cool. For a second there, I'm like, oh no, did Nico pass out on me again? Okay, no, we're good.
Level 2 mining.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna start by making tools now. We're getting to that point where there's two things we need to do: make tools.
Yep.
And start making tools and start getting resources for chickens and cows and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep it the water though. But no. Overall, it's fun. It's just kind of funny some of the stuff that they kind of did for this, and I'm kind of laughing at the silliness of. Just how much this stuff actually some of the stuff actually covered back in the day with the whole Babylon 5 stuff. People have been bringing this stuff up forever. Like, and the most recent thing that kind of brought more controversy to it is the infamous Warner Brother. This Warner Brother executive apparently brings up the fact that he was a part of this and he heard that they actually heard the secret truth and that they secretly did this on the side. I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? Is that actually where you guys are going with this? Like, really? Really now? No.
Yep, good old, like, the whole backbiting of the industry.
Yeah, because I don't believe that for a second. I'm like, really? Really? Some person, some guy, some industry executive? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Good old Mr. Industry Executive.
Okay, there's a joke in Dungeons and Dragons. There's a guy by the name of the guy who named himself I, and there's a guy named I, and he apparently has so much magical gear and equipment because the genies will be like, well, I wish I had this. Well, I got that. There's a running gag that I has gotten a lot of stuff because people keep asking, oh well, I wish I had this. Well, I has it. I wish I had that. Well, that person had that. I wish I have this. And it's like, so well, I got a lot of stuff. He's got lots of treasure, equipment. He's a king of his own realm. Yeah, there's a guy named I out there in the D&D world. He gets all this magical shit. He doesn't know why. Just randomly shit drops from the sky, and he's like, "Wow, okay, cool. I got another item. Awesome." Bob's just laughing at. I can hear Bob snickering at the absurdity of that one.
No, not.
No, you don't like that one?
It's not that I don't like it. I was like, neat.
It's funny though. Bob's game. Bob's game. Bob's gone to Helldivers.
Right.
So how is the new Helldivers actually? We were going to talk about that actually tonight, but we got a little sidetracked with the 2 almost hour and something conversation about Star Wars.
So worth it.
Yeah.
What does he want to know?
Want to know what your thoughts are on Helldivers? Like what's the thoughts on the new pack? You're solid. Okay.
Yeah, it's really solid. The only thing I'm a little about is the gas mortar. It's just because nobody really uses mortar sentries, but in our experience, it's not the worst thing ever.
Okay. So now let's get to the story hour. We're going to talk about Deep Space Nine, the colony. So originally, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It sounded like when I asked you what you meant, it sounded like you were describing like a planetary starbase, huh?
Well, I'm actually going to get to that. We're actually getting to that now.
Okay, cool. I'm all ears. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So according to the story, the original story of the Starbase Deep Space Nine. Originally, it was supposed to take place on Bajor, according to the rumors, and it was supposed to take place on not a space station, but a mining colony that originally was there on Bajor. So this mining colony was originally what was supposed to be set up as the fun little like side base that they were supposed to have, and this was supposed to be the like it was all supposed to be on a floating asteroid above a planet. It's gonna be this like massive city. It wasn't gonna be like the deep space city. It was gonna be the massive city. So what's your thoughts on that? Like, what do you think? Would you and then we'll get to the more artistic stuff when we start talking about that. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think that would have been better Deep Space Nine? Do you think that would have been a better? Yeah.
Either they would have saved a ton of money on matte paintings, or they would have used the same goddamn matte painting every fucking day, and it would have been like mind-numbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a city, right? So it's like, how do you make a city? And I think the station has like fewer constraints because you're in an indoor set, and you got like certain key areas that you're always going to. But of course, then you gallivant around the galaxy. But being planet side, that's like God, for lack of I don't mean to refer to the current Starfleet Academy, but I mean literally, that's like always having every outdoor scene is Starfleet Academy. It's like, okay, you got the grounds, you got the grass, you got the tree, you got Boofy, that guy, and then you got the picture of the bridge and the freaking dome-shaped building.
I think that's legitimately what it would have been. And can I be honest? That set does look cool. Like that's the only good thing. The set looks nice, but the set looks like a fucking mall.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
They don't
like it does. Currently. Yeah. It really does look like a mall. And there's some cute girls in it. That's about it.
Oh yeah, they got that. And even they got a cute Klingon. I mean, that's the most adorable thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, the half Klingon girl, the redhead.
Oh, I'll go with the guy in the dress.
Oh, you're going with the guy with the dress. Oh, well. Teach his own, DJ.
Yeah. Are you talking about that joke about one of the guys losing a bet? So one of the background actors was a dude.
No, we're talking about Starfleet Academy where they actually had the Klingon wear a dress.
Yeah, he's like in touch with his feminine side.
No. The rumor of the guy who was walking around wearing a dress in the the original Star Trek Next Generation.
Oh my god!
What? Go ahead.
Oh my god! I didn't know that. Okay, I always thought they just ran out of uniforms and they gave him that because it was.
That was apparently what happened. They ran out of uniforms, so they put the guy in a dress. Like that is old school Star Trek lore. Like this is from the Next Gen. Like again, I hear people complain about Buddy being in a dress. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about that.
I always thought it was funny, but from my view, I just because they weren't pushing it in your throat. It was just like it's the future, and if some guys want to wear a dress,
it's a test of how well you're paying attention.
Yeah, well,
that's what I looked at it as. It was like a litmus test. It's like how focused are you? Are you paying attention to what's going on?
I thought it was idealistic Gene Roddenberry, just showing that it doesn't matter what your appearance is. If you're doing your job, you're doing your job. I genuinely saw it like that, and maybe that wasn't
kind of the same way I felt about it too. You pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I thought about it too. It didn't matter like who cares? Like, okay, he's still dressed, he's still in official uniform, he's still going for it, let him go for it. No one cares.
He's wearing his Starbucks apron.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure, he might be wearing a dress under it, but he's still wearing a Starbucks apron and no one cares. Like that, like again, of that if you're a Gen Xer like I am, or like DJ and like Nico, we don't give a fuck. We give a fuck when you're like, look at how proud he is. We give a fuck when you're ramming it down our fucking throats. No one cares. In my generation, we don't give a fuck. Think we gave a fuck? Oh, fuck no. We're like, okay, cool. Can I have my double-double now?
Yeah.
Like...
Hey, you would still go to that? You would still go there? I wouldn't. I still wouldn't go either way. Why would you go to a place that does your job, basically redundancy tasks?
Oh no! I'm
liquefied candy.
Yeah, liquefied candy, dude. Liquefied candy. That's why That's why I don't agree to go to those. But what I'm saying is, for someone like me, I wouldn't give a shit who gives me my coffee. If my coffee's still good, I don't care. Like that's the thing about the Star Trek stuff. I never thought when I saw that for Gene Roddenberry stuff, I'm like, Yeah, I don't know, but I've heard for years that was the rumor was going around for years back in the day that what actually happened was the guy who lost the bet, and so he was the one that. So there were two guys apparently running around wearing a dress the entire time, and they were in the background. Because I showed because me and Bob we had to show Bob Star Trek. I showed him the original Star Trek, and then I showed him the new Star Trek. Because Bob has never seen Star Trek, OG Star Trek. So we kind of showed him.
And I like OG Star Trek.
Yeah, we're gonna probably show him. We're probably gonna show him Star Trek Next Generation. Not Star Trek Next Generation. Now that I know there's a place I can get Babylon 5, we might sit down and watch a couple episodes of Babylon 5 to review.
I got it on Blu-ray. If you ever need a particular episode in high quality, or we'll discuss it at some point.
Oh well, I don't know. Like that's my problem with the Blu-rays, dude. When you say high quality, I fucking laugh.
No. I am fancy. So what I do is, wait, what did you just say? Just to confirm that I addressed you. What did you say?
I said, dude, when you say high quality, I kind of snicker because it's like because I've looked at some of those quote unquote high quality copies of that, and I'm like, ooh, those are not high quality.
I understand because there's a couple. If you don't mind, I'll give you a brief little narrative that ends with the Blu-ray. So.
Go ahead, man.
For a long time, you had the VHS box set, and when it came out in DVD, because the Commodore Amiga effects were done on a system that can only output the normal 4:3 aspect ratio, how did they filmed it in widescreen, but the visual effects and the visual effects composite scenes in particular were all done in regular 4:3. So the DVD, they decided to go widescreen for some reason because all of the live action scenes looked great. They were on film. They looked good in widescreen. But what did they do about the visual effects composite scenes? So when I say VFX composite, I'm not just talking about the space combat. I'm talking about like literally the scenes where like someone's standing, any scene where anybody is standing in front of anything involving a green screen. So they just cropped it. They zoomed in and cropped it. And you're already dealing with like 480i or 240p resolution, very low resolution. So when you do that, everything looks blurry and shitty. So here's the crazy thing. I had the DVD box set and I downloaded it and then I bought the DVD box set. But then what I do is I started right before they came out with it on Amazon in high def remastered. I bought a couple of copies on VHS. Like I went on Amazon, on eBay, and I found like a couple of box sets, including one that was all Psy-Core episodes. And I was blown away. I'm not even kidding. Like I put this in my VCR. I put it on my regular TV, my widescreen TV in regular mode. And I was blown away. It looked so beautiful. Like it was a scene with the inside of the station where you see like the O'Neill cylinders interior, and it was better quality than the DVD by and far. Then, as I'm beginning to plot how I'm gonna buy everything on VHS, I buy another set of episodes. But this copy was on a tape that was like in shit quality. It was stored in a warehouse. It was hot, or it was a different distributor. Well, anyway, Amazon released it in the 4K or 1080p. So I bought it on Amazon, which I didn't technically buy it because I could only watch it through Amazon Prime. But I paid like $20 per season or something like that to get the whole series. And I was going to copy it with my Elgato. But then in the middle of me planning on how I'm going to go about doing that, because it looked good, and I'll explain what they changed. They released it on Blu-ray now. It's the same as what they released on Amazon.
Okay, hold on, DJ. For Bob, he made it look a little nicer. Okay, go ahead. Keep going, my friend.
I appreciate it. I legit thought he had a cat that somehow did some magic on a DVD.
I could feel his.
Who made it look a little? What do you mean? What do you mean? Who made it look a little nicer?
You did.
The cat. Elgato means the cat.
Oh. No. I was gonna
so you had your house cat. I don't know. Scrub it down and use a magic wand.
Let me restate that. So. Before they released
Nico,
it on
get to bed, man. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Good seeing you, Nico.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Nico? Before you go, I don't want to,
prevent. No.
Go ahead. We're getting to that late night, and I don't want Nico passing out because he's at that point.
Oh yeah, but I'm not like asleep in the game. I'm going back up. Yeah, I just activated that. So
I got you in the game.
Yeah. He's like literally
passes out. They share money, so anytime he passes out, it takes a gift from their money pool.
I got you.
It's just the timing of the thing because it's late night.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. You'll still pass out immediately at 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah. I'm heading down.
That's fine.
So
Get back there now. Anyway, go ahead.
this is what I was getting at. So before they released it on Blu-ray, they only had it through streaming where you had to pay to watch it on streaming. But what they did was in both versions, they are legitimately remastered to look better. And I didn't do anything. When I mentioned Elgato, what I meant to say was because I could only stream it, how do you copy a movie that you can only stream? Well, you can't download it. You can't use a screen recorder because the copy protection prevents the screen recorder from working.
It's not me.
If you hook your what do you call it? Your Fire Stick or your Chromecast or whatever you're watching.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, DJ.
Okay, so like because I can only stream it to watch it in the remastered 1080p form, where everything's done properly. Like they literally rescanned the film, but instead of making it widescreen, they kept everything 4:3 so that all of the digital scenes could look good and consistent together. So in order for me to download this my own personal storage, because like I was willing to pay for it, but it's like I want it where if I don't have internet, I can watch it. The thing is that if you watch it on your computer, you can't record it because it makes the screen blank when you try to record it. But if you're playing it on, like if you're playing it on your Fire Stick or anything that you hook up to your TV, you can hook it up to a special splitter that lets you then hook it up to your computer. So Elgato is a device in my computer that lets me record whatever I plug into the HDMI port in the back of my computer. So my plan was to play every episode like the old-fashioned way. You know when you rent a movie at Blockbuster or...
I know exactly what you did. Yeah, basically, like I said,
I think he's explaining to me.
Okay, you got it. Okay, just making sure. Okay.
I wasn't making it look better. I was basically hooking up two VCRs together, hitting play on one of them and hitting record on the other one. Except in this case, it allowed me to record it in high def. Now, luckily, they released it on Blu-ray.
So instead of reducing the quality, it somehow enhanced it? Because normally when you make a copy of a copy of a copy, it reduces the quality.
The key is when you're dealing with HDMI, you can get a one-to-one transfer, basically. Like, it'll look the same. So, you're right.
The letter
VHS, you'll always lose.
I can't even figure out how to use them.
Yeah.
Oh, you take... Okay, if you're watching the live stream... One second, boys. Hold on. If you're watching the live stream, you can put it... Oh, I gotta find my character sheet. Hold on, I gotta find my... You can actually...
Oh, I see it now. It's at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. There you go.
Okay.
I'll take these boots off and I'll put them back in the thing.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead.
When you copy two VHSs, they call it generational loss.
Nico, get over there.
Copy loses
Okay.
detail.
Okay.
With certain DVD recorders, that's an issue too because they usually have to lower the quality to make more stuff fit on a disc. But if you're not doing that, if you're just going directly from an HDMI, just like anything that plays video from an HDMI port that's digital, you hook up to something else with an HDMI input, you can record it in as much or as little quality as you want. So bottom line is, I was able to basically get one-to-one quality where it was imperceptible. Now, there is a little caveat. This is where I get into the advanced stuff. The frame rates and the way that works. I don't even want to get into that part.
Yeah. Don't do that, DJ.
Bringing this to a head now, it was a one-to-one copy. The problem was that it was like copying two VHS tapes. So even if the quality was perfect, it took 1 hour to copy 1 hour video, or 40 minutes for a 40-minute episode. So that's very slow going. I mean, that's a whole season. That's like hundreds of hours or however long it is. It's that many hours of time. So what did I find? Right when I was beginning to do that, they made it available on Blu-ray. Now, Blu-ray, I can transfer and digitize exactly the same way it comes out. And then when you mentioned high quality, for a second, Chief, I thought you were like concerned that. Oh yeah, you mentioned something else.
No, I'm mentioning.
You mentioned something else.
Yeah. But what I'm mentioning is what happened is for the longest time, got a copy of Babylon 5 in Blu-ray or DVD. It was shit. Nico.
That's the thing. So what it was people were taking the DVD and upscaling it, but what they were doing, I went on using that, and they were all grainy as fuck because they were adding artificial grain to it. They were upscaling, and they were fucking up the color. So
they were. We got you, man. Yeah, I got what you're saying. I know that they have a new improved version. Okay, Nico, go.
An artificial one.
Start reaping. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Start reaping the what's it called? Oh shit, my brain's farting. Start start reaping the grass. Get up to 240 and then stop, and then we'll get to the next. We'll start looking at grabbing a farm. Okay, back to go ahead, DJ. Sorry. We are.
I was rushing to finish my sentence, thinking I could try to squeeze it in before the next. I know you guys are trying to strategize the game, though. I know it's important to get keep your strategy on point. But so before the Blu-ray came out, there were so-called remastered versions, artificially remastered user fan versions, fan whatever you call it. Yeah. And they were awful. Like they were 1080p, but what they did was they took the DVD, they ran it through whatever upscaler that they chose, which wasn't as good as the ones available now, and then they added artificial grain to it, and then they fucked up the color for some reason. I don't know why they made everything look like warm and red. But when this
that wasn't the plan. What the idea was, so the idea was is that what they were doing is because of the way the DVD copy, and because the DVD copies were functionally weird in a lot of ways, what people were doing is they're taking the DVD copies, very similar to Cadillacs and Dinosaur DVD copies or DVD copies of other TV shows that existed and came out at the time. Unfortunately, for some reason, even though this was compiled off, the segment of the DVD copies and copies that were extended were goddamn fucking stupidly large. Like out of nowhere, we're talking about DVDs that were fucking hitting their maximum, which doesn't make a lick of fucking sense when you have a DVD. Yeah. You're hitting your maximum DVD footage. Like, for example, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, for the episodes of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, I'm using this as an example because of stuff I've done. I've helped people do compiling and shit before. When they were setting this up, I'm looking at this and I'm like, motherfuckers, why did they compile this to the maximum of the offhand shoot? The problem is once you start fucking with that and trying to compress it and make it proper, it can become very problematic. When you try to start building that in there. So what ends up happening is you get a lot of stuff where we're having cycle issues where it was becoming very problematic on both our ends of trying to get stuff figured out. To get that good quality, but to get it the proper aspect ratio and the proper things. Like, I don't know how the fuck do you fucking put a code for something? Like, I still think this is just them trying to stop pirates. How the fuck do you put a code in and have something that should only be like maybe 20 gigabytes all of a sudden turn into 20 megabits, turn into something that's 2 gigs? How the fuck do you do that?
There's two things going on here. They may be padding the file, but in my experience, so DVD and broadcast TV, if you ever recorded broadcast TV over the air or using a TV tuner that hooks up directly to the cable lineup and to the computer, it's MPEG-2. So DVD uses MPEG-2, and MPEG-2, to get the quality you get, is very, very low on compression, and that's why I could take something that's recorded MPEG-2 that takes up like a dozen gigs and compress it down to like 1 gig or less. Okay. And so the good news is that when ripping DVDs, even in the early days, what you would do is you'd need to have something like 20 gigs of free space, or you'd have to have like 10 gigs of free space on a 20 gig hard drive, and you'd have to be able to store that entire DVD in its uncompressed form, but then you would turn around and run it through a video encoder. Now, you mentioned aspect ratio, and it's funny because like one of the things that happens with Lex is the aspect ratio.
Okay.
On Lex, the aspect ratio isn't reported accurately, but somehow the DVD player knows to like adjust itself to make it look correct. But when I'm ripping Lex, I have to make sure that I verify it and type in the correct proportions in like another setting. So I have a special tool that is really well equipped for that sort of thing. But once I do that, what I do is I get rid of the pillow box, so there's no black bars on the side. Then I re-encode it MPEG-4, and even in the least compressed MPEG-4, or at least the least compressed that you need in order to have it imperceptible, I'm able to get like 10 times compression on it. So that's the gist of how
that's pretty good for base compression. And like I said, you should be able to get a level of compression for most objects and tools that exist. Now, I apologize. This is a lot of tech talk to a lot of motherfuckers, and I do apologize because like that again. At this point, we might as well just be saying to Bob, aspect ratio.
File big. When you get a CD,
file big.
A 4-minute song is 40 megabytes on a CD, But an MP3 is only 4 megabytes for a song.
Yeah. So anyway, Bob. Sorry, I do feel sorry because we are going complete geek here. We gotta stop, DJ. We're gonna try.
No, by all means. I mean, I'm just listening to you guys in the background like a radio show. Meanwhile, I'm in a fucking blizzard.
I have an idea for ROM ramblings. I think Aris and I should play the Mario game. You know the one like in Mario 3 when they do that thing where they're on that little stage where you work together to like, I don't know, hit the bang thing. It's like based on the old arcade game.
Yeah. Oh, we got actually one of these days, DJ, because I know we all use emulators here. We gotta seriously figure out how to. You guys got to help me figure out how to get this set up so we can network our Game Boy Advance emulators, so that all of us can all set up together and we'll play a game of Shining Force 2 or Shining Soul 2. You can get up to 4 players playing that thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Because once we figure that out, we'll get it up and running.
Then on RetroArch, go to controller input and add the other.
I don't use RetroArch. That's the problem. You guys are gonna have to use. I stopped using RetroArch when RetroArch wouldn't let me change my controls to certain emulators.
Well, whatever you're using, find the setup for controllers, and once you have connection with Parsec, it detects the controllers connected to your friend's computer, and you can just set those as second player and such.
Yeah, well, that works for some of the bigger emulators, but we're talking about the network emulators. We have to usually set those up so they're key to that. We can.
I'm gonna test it on my. I'm gonna test it on my Steam Deck, which I'm gonna overhaul my Steam Deck soon. I'm gonna hook up a keyboard and mouse to it on the same desk I'm on right now, because I want to really I want to backup data that is unique on there. Then I'm going to restore it to factory settings because I did some weird things to my Steam Deck, and I want to get it back to the state where I have emulation station running on there again. Yeah. And then from there, I can figure out how to set up either. I want to clone my RetroArch config for my PC, the way the settings work on my PC, because they work. But then after that, I'll set up a standalone emulator, so I'll be able to test out both the internal feature that Aris is talking about, because I do like that idea more. But I will properly explore the option you're mentioning. The way I would do it is I would just run the standalone emulator in desktop mode on my Steam Deck, and I would run the same emulator on my Windows PC, and I would just get them to talk to each other. And once I crack the code or figure out how to make that actually work, then chances are, like, if I have any questions, Aris might be able to help me, and if anything, I'll be able to determine if I set it up correctly, even if it works. I want to know, like, Aris, is this the way this shit's supposed to work?
Yeah, because we could set up Diablo with that. There's quite a few games we can set up that we could all play together that's emulation friendly that we could all get away with. Goddamn crows killed some of our forest area. That's okay. I got it.
You don't have a scarecrow yet?
No, we should build. I should really build one. I've been not building it because I'm like.
I won't lie. That was one of the first things I ever got was a scarecrow. I originally did it for aesthetic, and then when I figured out it actually does something, I was like, oh, well, I'm just happy I made it.
Yeah, it's useful to have. I just haven't done it because, we haven't been focusing on that. We've been focusing on optimizing, getting the farm up and running, and clearing.
What's the gambling festival called? The one with like the Wheel of Fortune and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember what that's called now.
That one has my favorite scarecrow. I like the one with the top hat.
Yeah, the one with the top hat.
My second favorite is the dwarf. I love the dwarf one too.
I remember there's a jack-o'-lantern one I vaguely remember. I just can't remember how to get it.
I think it's from the Halloween festival. And what is it? You have to get the golden pumpkin and turn it in?
I think so.
Either way, dwarf was my favorite, and then when I saw the top hat scarecrow, I was like, nope, new favorite. I usually have a new favorite. Unfortunately, I have to gamble.
Yeah, we'll have to figure. Yeah, but as I was saying, it's good to have these. We got to figure those out one of those days. That actually could be some good. good things to get our hands on from for us actually all of us playing the game could actually be fun for everybody. And then when Bob gets his system up and running, we can set him up with the stuff too.
Yeah. I'll take your word as gospel, so I only ask, don't lead me astray.
Yeah, I know. I'll get you some good games, Bob. Don't worry, we got your back.
Oh,
The one good thing about the retro community, man, we all like to help each other out.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is Logan running today or no? Ours?
I just checked. Oh wait, hang on. I just got a notification.
Okay. Well, give us a heads up if Logan.
Live.
Oh, he's not live.
No.
Okay. All right. If he's live, we'll keep going. Okay. So. Okay. We are getting echo on Alex's end.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Just catching my voice for a second there.
You may have a device in the background.
Yeah, he's got the live stream in the background. That's what's doing it. It's registering that, but it's
Muted.
I don't know why, but we get a weird echo. It happens. It seems like for some reason I don't know if it's Discord or what. Something likes to pick on ours, and all of a sudden we'll hear us in the background.
Oh, it's not just ours. Today, when I was on Run Panda stream, another guy was having an issue with Discord. He was coming in like mouse quiet. Just an absolute whisper.
Yeah, and it's weird. We've been having those on and off issues. I still think Discord's one of the better options from other things that exist right now, but it's okay. So to get a barn, we need 4,000 gold. Okay, Nico, we're gonna have to grind to get that 4,000 gold, Nick.
No more fainting.
No more fainting. And well, Nico, what I'm doing is I'm forging, and Nico's going right into the dungeon to get stuff. So whenever you get like gems, Nico, just throw them right into the fucking the loot box.
Right.
I'm gonna keep forging jams and shit until we getting all the stuff ingredients. But no, we're doing pretty good because it's just me and Nick just fucking around. So it's like not exactly like we're both having fun with the matter.
I've had my head leaning on the microphone. I don't know if that was RSS echo or literally my head was leaning on my microphone.
No, it was ours because I'm watching the gain on everybody. Yeah, no, trust. I got 3 things up and running right now, and I'm watching everybody right now just to make sure everything's working. I got 3 tablets up and running. That's why I'm keeping an eye on the time because there will be a point when I'm just gonna be like, okay, guys, we're calling it for tonight just because I ran out.
That's probably no wonder I have that.
Yeah, I'm all.
Logan may not be streaming, but there are other people are.
Can I start heading back?
Okay, who else is streaming right now? Like I'm keeping an eye on the chat. We're keeping an eye on it. I'm gonna probably run to about 10ish tonight, just because we got a good thing going. But if there's anybody.
But Julian is gonna be streaming in 15 minutes.
That's only 1:40 p.m. Okay, that's not bad.
Who's shutting up? Who's shutting on? Sorry, who's setting on?
Julian, you might know him as Easy Myers, please.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll pop off then if you want to. I'll call it. But we're gonna go for another like couple minutes just to kind of like get. We're both me and Nico are game and everyone's having fun. We're having chats. Bob's in his own little world.
Yeah, I don't know what the cat has to do with improving technology, but whatever it did, it worked.
Yeah. I feel bad for Bob on this one. We're gonna have to one of these days. We're gonna play. Yeah. Me and Nico and Bob are gonna have to play together. Yeah, getting that echo again.
I gotta beeline my television.
Who's that feeding up right now? We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it does that to him. I don't know why. It happens to Arus more than it happens to anybody else. All of a sudden, we'll get a feedback loop. I don't know why it does that.
Okay. But
So,
Dave, what is an Elgato when it comes to technology? It's like, I know the animal.
Card. It's a video capture card. It's sort of like, you know how you plug your PlayStation into the TV through an HDMI cable?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a way of plugging your PlayStation into the back of the computer or a USB adapter so that you can record what's coming out of the PlayStation. That's how people stream.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's like an OBS chip?
It's like the thing that OBS is receiving the video from. It's OBS can record things, but you need something in your computer or you need something plugged into your computer that lets you hook something else up to it.
Yeah, so we set up like if I was to say if I was to run stuff like off my Super Nintendo or if I was to run, like if we wanted to run your PlayStation shit, Bob, you'd have to buy an Elgato. And you could technically connect it up. You are connecting an Elgato to a computer, though, if I remember.
So this thing, is it possible to come in a USB form or something that could function? Because I'm wondering how people stream with PlayStation. Because I know people will stream from their PlayStation 5.
Wait.
They actually have both so actually, okay, I only own the internal Elgato, but they do sell a USB version. And I bought 3 different knockoffs on Amazon that were really cheap that I can hook up HDMI to my USB port. And OBS treats it like a webcam, basically, but it's a full screen 1080p source.
Okay, wow, I didn't know that. That actually surprised me.
The more you know.
Oh, wow, okay. Holy crap. Yeah, I know there's a video card plug-in too, but I was kind of surprised by the but like because I know there's an HDMI one I've seen that one, and I saw one that you connect to HDMI. I've also seen a friend of mine had one that had AV audio video connections, which I've never seen before.
Oh, yeah.
I saw his.
Some of them have like multi-input, so when I first hooked up my VCR and NES to my PC, I used an adapter to convert it to HDMI. But in the long run, the way I hook up HDMI to the way I hook up a VCR to my computer now is insane. I have a camcorder. I go from the VCR into the camcorder, and there's a setting in the camcorder that runs the AV outputs in reverse. Then you can either record video directly to the video cassette in the camera, or you could forward it, pass it through FireWire. So I had to buy a FireWire card for my PC so that I can input. So it goes from the VCR into the camcorder, then out the FireWire port on the camcorder, and into my PC through FireWire. Then I bought a special box that goes between the VCR and the camcorder called a time-based corrector. And now I need to get a new VCR before I can continue my endeavor of digitizing VHS tapes in the best possible quality on Linux. Actually, I do this on Windows, but I could do it on Linux.
Okay.
A time-based corrector sounds like a circuit card piece.
So Nico, hit the hay. Do you need a which one do you want? Do you want the copper axe or do you want the copper pickaxe?
Let's see.
I'm thinking.
If there's anything down here first before I go over there, because it could be it. Never mind, it's not the. I thought it was a save point right there.
There is no save point for the dungeons, Nico. You have to go back up to the top floor and rest. We have to get, like, the reason I'm doing a mad rush is so if we can get camping gear, we can start getting the camping gear equipment.
Oh, no, I mean, the floors, every floor you get down to a certain point, you get to unlock a checkpoint, which is the checkpoints are the actual, like, elevator.
Yeah, you can do the checkpoints. That's no problem. It's the same. There's no room you can rest.
Oh no, I don't need. I'm not saying rest room, like rest areas. I'm talking about actual like.
Yeah. So what do you want? Do you want the copper pickaxe or the copper axe?
I'll go with copper axe. I think. Yeah, pickaxe. My bad. Because I'm gonna be going down there. I'm gonna put these in there real quick before I go to bed. In there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got like you don't got enough time, man. It's 9:50 p.m., man.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
All right. Anyway, So no, there's different ways to set up stuff. It's really fascinating how easy it is to program stuff. Like last night, a buddy of mine showed me a VHS. He has a brand new VHS that you can connect to a computer, and you can literally run a program that allows you to record from VHS to computer, and computer to your the VHS program can be sent to your actual computer. Like there's some weird jerry rig fucking shit going on back, and if you look for certain tech.
Yeah,
I was fucking around.
Version of that.
Yeah, there's a CD-ROM version of that. There's a couple things. Like I was looking at a couple things. I gotta get that 3D. Been wanting to get that 3D printer for a while. Like that's my big buy. I gotta buy shortly. Is inevitably if I ever get a couple $1,000s, I'm fucking around. I'm buying a 3D printer. Oh, Bob, the fun I'll have with D&D the second I get that fucking thing.
I can only imagine what this man's gonna do with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, so many.
He's not gonna have to buy the magical rings and swords off of eBay. He's gonna be able to print his own, for like the magical loot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be buying a lot of magical loot. Oh, I'll definitely be buying a fuck ton of magical loot, man.
I won't lie, I don't know many DMs that do something like that, and I love the concept of chest 1, 2, or 3.
Well, I fell in love with it too. Like, this was an idea I had years ago. So for those that don't know, you can find it in my shorts. What we do for the channel, what I do for the D&D group, I set up a chest, and inside the chest are little collectible items and coins and shit that the players will actually have to pick. When you pick the chest, I go into the DMG and we'll go and get the items that we need for them. It's actually really kind of been a fun little trick. And I've been enjoying that as a person. I've been having a blast with that. That's actually one of the few things I've been like, oh yeah, this is absolutely laugh out loud amazing. And it's made a lot of games where I've had players just absolutely have just love the insanity of just watching.
I love the Burger King chest boxes.
I hate the Burger King chest boxes. I would actually love it if I could have got some nice chests. Like some nice I would definitely get some plastic chests, and there'd be one. That's
another thing you can make with a 3D printer.
Yep, I would definitely get the chests, and then what I would do is I'd put some fabric in there, and I'd glue some fabric inside, and then one of them would have like a trap in there. It would actually open up a trigger trap or have a poison in there. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun with the chests if that happens. I'm going all.
I will say. Be careful with that, because then you're going to make us paranoid of the reward system.
Oh, I'm gonna be making you guys paranoid about the reward system one way or another, boys. You guys never check for fucking traps. Like my party is notorious for not checking for traps.
Yeah.
I already have a piece of plastic that says trap on it. It says like a little piece of paper. You guys just haven't run across it yet.
Does it happen to have some artwork of Ostolfo or Felis?
Nope. It just says trap on a piece of paper. I've had that for a while now. You guys haven't come across it yet. You said copper pickaxe, Nico?
Yes, he did say copper pickaxe.
Okay. Unfortunately, I just stole Nico's pickaxe.
I may be at a firefight, but I can still talk.
Yeah, no. I wanted to make sure we could all have conversation without me being totally distracted.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah, but no.
Whenever shit hits the fan in video games and it's just a mass chaos fuck you battle, I don't know why. That's just my nirvana.
I like it, but like I'm actually surprised. You're the only person I've ever met that actually does not like. It's not like stuff like Stardew Valley. It's interesting that that's what freaks you out.
I can't stand stasis.
Yep. And no, my first capture card was 2 VHSs. I actually had. Okay, here's what I did. This was a funny thing. I had a way to beat piracy, and the way I beat piracy was to have a British VHS, an American VHS, and a Universal VHS. That's how I beat this.
Man had a VPN for a VHS.
Oh, I used to plug my video games in. No, dude, the magic. The fucking magic. When I realized I could take my game and I could actually take my video games and record them. When I realized you could do that on VHS, man, that opened up a world for me back in the day.
Could you imagine that? Okay,
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, Let's Plays were like a very new thing. You know, you had PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all of them. And, you know, Cinnamon Toast Ken, all those guys.
Yeah.
So to think about Let's Plays on VHS is wild. But it's like, I could see people renting them. And if anybody really likes the video, like, they want to... Because I'll be honest with you, there are times I watch old Let's Play videos from, like, 11 years ago just to have that nostalgia.
Oh, legit, Bob. I'm not gonna lie. Some of my Let's Plays were circling around my town for a couple years. My old VHS Let's Plays. Resident Evil 2 N64 and Resident Evil, and one of my Resident Evils both had that like old school, like
if you think about it, everyone else, if you think about it, the Chief was doing the IGN Let's Play walkthroughs.
Yep.
He was doing the walkthrough videos on VHS. Dude, that's fucking class.
Like this was back in the day, but I legit did that. Like, we had another one that was kind of infamous, or, well, you want to call it famous or infamous. Take your pick. I had one time that back in the day, I remember that we were doing, I would be setting up, like, I had Resident Evil, like, what I did was, it was all slow segments. So you wouldn't have the, so I would actually have to pause the VHS, or pause the game, and when I went to the cutscene, I have to pause the VHS recording. So you never had a menu open up. You'd only have me taking stuff and reading stuff. And that was it. And I recorded an entire playthrough of Resident Evil, both stories, on the N64. I also did it with Resident Evil 3. I also did it with Chronos Trigger. Oh no, when I figured out you could do that, it was like opening up a magic box. And like legit, there were complete fucking playthroughs, like from start to finish, that existed. No commentary, because you couldn't really do commentary. It was just quiet. It was just going through the game, and it wasn't talking to anybody or stuff. But it was fun to have. Another one that we did that was actually kind of funny. Me and a bunch of guys back in the day. For those that don't know, there's a game called WrestleMania 2000 for the N64. We created our own wrestling events and programming. We even transferred characters over, and they would wrestle in different wrestling leagues. And we recorded those. So do you know what we would actually do? We would watch wrestling, like WCW or NWO, or like WCW and WWF. Sorry, NWO was a different, not the same company. But we would run that we would actually watch those and go, okay, guys, now that we did this, we're going to go to X location. We're going to go to X location. And we did that for a while. It was funny how much we actually did that. There, now I'm on floor 15. I'm going to go back out. And now it should make me an adventurer. I'm an adventurer, boys, because now I went to floor 15. So hopefully it'll let me in the fucking thing. The fuck? They won't let me in the floor. What the hell? Are you kidding me? Do I have to go? Do I have to legitimately go through the dungeon? Fuck off. Boo! Shenanigans! Shenanigans! I don't want to go through the dungeon, you cock. Nico went through the dungeon. I shouldn't have to. Oh well. But no, we legit, like, we were actually running these events, like these big wrestling events, and we were actually recording them and playing them and stuff. It was crazy how we were doing it. Oh, that was fun. I had a blast doing WWF, WWE, and all these different major events we're just playing through. So no, it became funny that we did that back in the day. Another fun thing. Another big playthrough I had. I had the complete playthrough of Hexen and Heretic, which is kind of funny. I think we need that now because me and Bob keep getting lost.
That we did.
We keep getting me and Bob keep getting lost and Hexen. The same stage too, which is kind of funny. Because I'm so used when other people are opening up the doors, I can't figure out where we're going.
Some of the puzzles get aggravating.
They really do. All right, off to bed.
I played that Warhammer 20K game, which was the one that doesn't have the full map on it. So I call it the 20K instead of the 40K.
Yeah.
The Inquisitors.
The last time I ever saw something, I had a my Link to the Past Let's Play VHS is somewhere in the back of my closet. I still have that somewhere. I just don't have a working VHS anymore. Okay, we're going to call it here, though, boys. Thank you, everybody who enjoyed the insanity of Base Geeks, which became a lot like Monday Madness, unfortunately. We tried to separate the two, but today it didn't go so well. Okay, all right, we're going to call it right here, Nico. We're going to call it for the night. Thank you so much, Nick. We're going to exit out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the kitty cat go and watching us have fun here. Hopefully next time we'll get a little farther. So it's issue 3 of the new Guardians tomorrow, and some more Legend of Zelda as we continue Link to a Past, and as we continue the having fun with the Deep Space franchise that is Throwback Thursday. I love that she actually said that, the Deep Space franchise. That's fucking wild. Thank you very much, Arus. If you want to send out somebody else in the link and go say Orc Raid, we'd love that. I'd appreciate that. All right, boys, have yourselves a very good night, and we'll see you.